You guys are at the stairs, all gathered together in a ring. At this point in time, you still haven't heard the sound of the shuffling of whatever thing, possibly a golem. And you do have this dragonborn in your company, whose still hands are basically handcuffed.
No. Once we get him into the dining room, I'll sort of find a chair for him.
Oh, you're going to go upstairs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you're going upstairs and then back the way you came towards the dining area. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because I already radioed ahead to Seraphine to say that we were going to talk to him in the dining room, so...
Alright then. So you make your way there. There is definitely chairs and tables that you can be used.
Yeah. So I'll get him set up and I'll cut his... Oops.
Well, it's chain, but yeah, you can.
Oh, is it a chain?
Yeah, you could probably,
okay,
with some effort, or even Saren could snap it.
So I can metal thingy it, right?
You could probably separate the chains at least, yeah. The locks would have to take. You would have to actually pick out.
Can I not just like unbend one of the links on the chain?
Yeah, that's what I said on the chain. So yeah, you can do that. Doesn't take too long.
What's the chain made of? Like what type of metal?
It actually looks like it's just made of just black iron. Doesn't look magical.
Just keep the chain in case.
Well, it's still around him, so.
Well, after he takes it off.
Thank you. And he just takes a seat.
Would you mind if our healer gives you a quick look over? Nothing intrusive or anything, just you seem to be struggling a little bit there and he might be able to help.
He probably can't.
Oh, it's worth a try, eh?
Unless he can do surgery.
Surgery? What have they done to you?
What did they put in me?
What did they put in you? Where have they put something?
He just lifts up one hand and kind of just points at his chest and kind of just pushes.
Seraphina, can you detect anything? Like magical with this guy?
I assume by this point that my...
Yeah, that's definitely ended.
I will... Well,
You can do it as a ritual, right?
Yes. But...
I know it takes a while, but we can have a chat with him while you're setting up.
If I could speak, it would help a lot. Because there's also identify, but that's what's directly affecting what detect magic is, if there's anything magical.
Would you need to see the thing to do an identify?
Yes, need to.
So basically, you can't do identify unless we cut his chest open.
Wow. Well, technically, can't figure out what the thing do to him.
if it's magical.
You like with detect magic, you could see what school of magic it is and that kind of business, right?
Yes.
But like I said, with the identify, you would need to operate on him to actually see the thing.
And if I just touch him, I can figure out what potential spell is affecting him. I am looking up the spell.
If you touch a creature, you can see if there's an effect affecting the creature.
Ah.
I got you. Okay. Would you be? I'm sorry. Actually, what's your name? I'm Ulan.
That is not of our names.
It's short for something. It's a long story. I wasn't initially raised by our people. Although I've found my way back recently.
Oh, you did, have you?
Right. Well, I say our people. I'm not from this continent originally, so I'm not sure if my people are your people.
I am not from here either. So that makes two of us.
I've never seen a dragonborn quite like you. How much of you is you, and how much has been changed?
He kind of just like looks at you, kind of. What do you mean?
Oh, well, like are the horns? Is that like a natural thing? And you've got like a cool, sporty, sleek tail thing going on. I mean, I've not, you know.
You haven't been to Drael.
To be honest, I've not even heard of Drael.
Does it ring anyone's brain?
No, none of you need to make checks.
As well, so.
Oh yeah, it's in Dragon. No one knows.
How do you spell Drael?
Draeil.
So DRA.
Eil. 3 vowels.
Okay. What continent is that on?
It is not on a continent. It is to the east.
Or it's an island?
Quite true.
I'm gonna get out the lightstone and pop it on the table.
Oh no, just off.
On.
Oh, okay.
So I can see what colour he is.
Okay, yeah, you light up the room. Which down here. Actually, no, you had done because you looked at the tapestries. Yeah, and you can see across his scales of this deep red color, which is just lights up this room from just color. And you can see across his neck, which is visible, very pale underskin, underscale, underscale color of kind of just a very faint kind of grayish color that goes across, and the green eyes, which are probably the most unnatural. But just covered in very, very durlap, just rags.
You mean burlap, like a
Burlap.
sack?
Did I say burlap? Burlap.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Can you cover that? I haven't seen light in... Well...
I'll dim it down a little bit. Kind of like when you turn down the brightness on your phone in the middle of the night. I still didn't catch your name, friend.
Turak. Be well.
How did you find your way into a Duragar prison cell?
That is the good question, isn't it? Let's go with the simple, straightforward. I went on a journey and got the unlucky mark of being captured along the way. Griffin's not the nicest of places, especially when you get lost.
Sorry, what's not the nicest of places?
Griffin.
Oh, Griffin, sorry, okay. Hey, there's that. We've come across some deeply unpleasant things in our travel so far. How long have you been down here?
Yeah, maybe more.
And you've been in the cell the entire time, or did they?
Fortunately, yes. Or most of the time. I was unconscious for some time as well. After I felt the pain.
Who captured you? And who's been holding you prisoner? Seemed familiar with the golems. Have you encountered anyone else?
When I arrived down here, yes, there were others. Dwarves.
Duragar?
Not Duragar. Dwarves. Captured as well. As well as even a human. There was even an elf as well. Well, I thought he was an elf. Drow, probably. They are now long gone.
There weren't any others with them, like a gnome, a halfling, and a dragonborn by any chance? No. Sorry, that's too paranoid. Were they kept in the other cells?
They were. One by one they were taken.
Periodically, I'm gonna pause for a minute and like translate for everyone who's listening. So just to kind of give them the gist of what's being said, so that they're not not knowing anything the entire time.
I can speak. And he says this in common. This way, if you prefer.
I'm happy to translate, but whatever. I mean, if you're comfortable speaking common, that's great.
It is hard since I have not spoken in some time.
it doesn't help that our mouths aren't exactly designed for these human syllables either. Their language is a wee bit primitive.
What?
But
Ours does not work for theirs either. He says that in Draconic.
Umaris chuckles.
After they took each of them away, they did not come back. There were noises below. They have stopped now. There is
Did you
more below.
Did you like who took them? Was it the golems that were handling the prisoners, or?
Yes. At the beginning, there were Duraga. The last two were taken by hulking creatures, these golems.
They were taken and never came back, but you returned. Was that were you the first one taken, or were you not taken until after everyone else?
I was the last, and I shall stay the last. There was something else before I was knocked out. Taller than the rest.
I don't suppose it had some sort of tentacle business going on with its face, did it?
I could not see. It was covered, and it was dark. But now I've been able to see. It kind of covers one of his eyes.
What brings someone all the way from Drael to Griffin?
Travel.
The Underdark of Griffin, no less.
I was on the surface,
And they snagged me.
and I met dwarves in the frozen wastes. They joined me on a hunt,
You're a hunter.
and then dark. He seems kind of frustrated. He's kind of just looking at the floor.
Well, you seem to have landed yourself in the middle of something of a pickle.
Kind of just, what?
There's well, let's see. A pickle is like a vegetable, and but it's an idiom. Never mind. No, there's a wee bit of a situation going on. With
I've heard the commotions here are loud. They
it goes
were.
far beyond this building. I meant more in kind of like a general pervasive evil in the Underdark possibility of the world ending sort of pickle.
Why would you tell me this?
Well, you see, under normal circumstances, my first impulse would be to get you out of here and back to daylight as quickly as possible. But we're here on important business, like saving the world type business, and we can't leave yet.
Then do what you need. I will find what I need to escape.
Well, see, the problem is getting out of here is extremely difficult, and if
Oops.
oops,
Yeah, the bridge we broke too.
well, there's that. That wasn't the only thing I was thinking of, but yeah. But yeah, there's a broken bridge and a sheer cliff, and an army of golems. And I don't know you, so I have no idea what your capabilities are. But if you end up getting captured, they're gonna want to know who broke you out, and see that kind of undermines and compromises our mission, and that potentially dooms the entire continent to shadowy death.
Are you that important?
I wouldn't say we're that important, but what we're trying to do is, long story short, lots of portals to other planes, Shadowfell, bleeding through, monstrous insects, not Lilith, Loth, and tidal waves and spiders. It's all nasty mess. Yeah, basically.
Then you know of the elements, the earth things that walk.
We're aware that the ruler of the Citadel has, well, some years ago forged some kind of a pact with Dow from the Earth Elemental Plane. Frustratingly, that's not actually the particular portal that we're worried about trying to resolve.
I haven't seen these pact. I've only seen that one with the hood.
What do you know of mind flayers? Are you familiar with them at all?
He kind of just like looks away, looks around. I have heard stories.
Well, we killed one, and it was trying to manipulate a tribe of giants on the surface into attacking the Mirror Forge. I'm not sure if you've heard of that, but it's a fortified religious outpost up on the surface. We've encountered an avatar of the drow goddess Lolth, and it appears that the Illithids have some part to play in that as well. There's some kind of weird squid conspiracy going on, and we're here to determine if the happenings with the Duragar in this citadel are anything to do with that.
He kind of just like looks at you really skeptically, like, what? It's like standing up slowly, like,
trust me, friend, I'm a terrible liar.
That all seems very ridiculous.
Oh, aye. It absolutely is ridiculous. That doesn't make it any less true.
Well, kind of just looks around. This looks safe.
Is there anything else that you remember? Do you ever see like, any of the Durgar looking sick? Anything wrong with their faces? Anybody other than this hooded figure who was too tall? Or did you see any deep gnomes?
There were some of them when I first arrived. Their sounds died out after a few months. There was one small dwarf speaking to this hood.
Blockingly.
He just shakes his head. No. If you have business, I will wait here.
Where do you stand on the subject of vengeance?
Kind of looks around. I have no need. I was foolish and was captured. I went through trial and I survived.
Does anyone else have anything to ask you?
Savant says in common and see if he feels it. What type of hunter were you and what were you hunting?
I was less of a hunter and more of a collector of the spirits of wild. I had tracked many creatures on the isle. I went to Griffin to find others. And I collected their spirits as well.
What
What
do
do
you
you
do
mean?
with these spirits?
Two voices.
What do you do with these spirits?
I take them in.
Like, you eat them?
It strengthens me.
Has Savant heard of ritual hunting? I think he had, right? Something.
You've been on Griffin, and it's definitely something. Give me a history check.
With advantage?
No.
Okay. 10.
My hand goes to my sword and I ask, are you some sort of necromancer?
Savant, you know that some of the Goliaths do that as well, or at least something similar to dealing with the spirits. As you say, necromancer. No, I honor them.
So
Can I insight check him, see if he's telling the truth?
Okay, go for it. Insight him.
in meanwhile, Sound will say, Goliath do the similar to honor their spirits as they do hunting. It's a ritual thing, more of a ceremony than anything else.
He kind of slowly nods. give us guidance as well as strength. Creatures aren't smart like us, but they do have wisdom.
Do you have a particular weapon of choice?
The short blade.
Savant will give him hand over his rapier. It's the closest thing I think we could have.
He kind of looks at it. It's like a toothpick for him. He doesn't even take it from it. He just looks at it.
Technically, don't we have some swords in the bag of holding?
I think we have long swords in the
I
back.
think we do.
But we don't necessarily want to immediately arm every single person that we meet.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Maybe let's not.
Let's
Let's not just immediately jump to giving somebody a weapon. Let's.
Sorry for being good-hearted. Savant is extremely gullible that way.
I am fine. If there are weapons here, I will look for them.
Savant takes its paper again.
I'm not comfortable leaving you alone. And
Maybe
Then
one of
by
us should
yourself.
stay behind the garden.
He kind of just looks around. This has been abandoned for a long time. I am fine here.
but if they discover the signs of our entry into the Citadel, they will come looking. Perhaps, Senegir, would you be willing to...
At that, I turn to Senegal and say, could you do that wall running trick to carry him up the cliff and get him out of here?
Kind of just looks at the dragon one. I'm not going to say anything about his weight, but I ain't that strong.
Would need to give him the portable hole.
But there's not necessarily even an advantage to running him out of here. Because, yeah, you can get him out of the Citadel, but then what is he going to do?
He's fucked on his own.
Is going to deliver him to our guide who is getting us out of here. He can't.
If you find an armory, I would be grateful.
We'll keep an eye out, but everything around here seems to have been cleaned out.
Then we go lower.
Alright, let's. If you feel up to moving, you can certainly.
As long as I don't have to run.
Why lower?
That is where the heat is.
You know what causes the heat?
And he instead says it in Draconic. The flames.
He comes from fire, Savant.
Hey, Savant.
Yeah.
Is he the one you felt before?
I believe so.
The lights are upstairs, though. Why would we head down? Away from where the people and thus the weapons would be.
I know where heat is.
I don't doubt that, but
And where
Where
heat
he Hawkins are the
Savant will whisper something to Aaron. Do you believe something could have changed into an aberration, or have we always been an aberration?
I'm new to this whole thing. I have no idea, but if you sense aberration from him, then that's not good.
That's what I believe also. He seems friendly enough, but it still is effy.
Did he have any unusual behaviors throughout this whole thing? Did his skin did anything strange? His eyes or something?
Well, his eyes are a weird green color, and they kind of have a glow to them, which is just strange in themselves. Not like Hawkstrad's. Hawkstrad's kind of shifted color constantly. His are staying green. With the dim light of actual light coming from the stone, there isn't much else about him apart from his breathing.
Someone will ask, why can't you run? Are you hurt, or is it malnourishment? What could it be?
After the being knocked out, the darking is more pleasant.
You said they operated on you?
That is what the pain is. And he kind of puts his hand over his chest again.
Is he Iron Man?
Yeah, it's more like over one of his one side instead of the center. But, yeah.
While I'm sitting here and talking to him, can I like study his scales and stuff? Do they look like normal Dragonborn scales that are just a very deep and vibrant red, or?
Looking at them, give me I'll say you can do a perception. Yeah.
I'm also gonna do a perception, but this is a very weird thing.
Okay.
In between people speaking, Savant is gonna listen if you hear any ticking.
Ticking. Okay. I'll say just from how close you've been. No, there's no ticking. 17. Looking at his actual scales themselves, they are definitely a vibrant red, but you, as you're close and talking to him, you can see kind of hidden behind that vibrancy of red, especially because you turn down the lightness. There's more of a mottled color to them. Specifically, the closer it gets to his actual skin.
Does he look a bit like those kobolds?
That's what I'm thinking.
No,
Yeah.
he's definitely Dragonborn.
No, I mean
No, I mean like, the ones that were green.
Oh,
What's his girl?
it's
That's
similar.
exactly what I was asking, yeah.
The scales of the kobolds were very specifically shifting between red and green. These are very much red, but they're mottled on the new parts. So where it's been growing, it's kind of shifted into a not so reddish color.
Out of character, I would then ask, have you eaten any medical course of a dragon, per se?
The forgive this stupid sounding question.
I have
forgive
no need
any
not to.
And forgive the possible cultural insensitivity of the question, but what colour are you? Or at least what colour are you meant to be?
I am red.
Okay.
Is there...
Were you always mortal?
What is that supposed to mean?
There's a wee bit of discoloration going on with your scales, and we've encountered situations before where magical or transformative effects have changed the scales of creatures from one color into another.
Kind of just like puts his hand on his like shoulder and just. And you actually notice as he kind of just moves his hand across, one of them falls off.
Okay, can someone do detect disease?
One of his hands?
No, one of his scales.
Oh! Okay.
His hand falls off.
No, James, but now we proceed.
So, one of his scales has fallen off. Did he, like, dislodge it on purpose, or is it just fallen off?
It's just fallen off as he kind of just brushed his shoulder.
Alright, and what is it, fallen on the floor or landed on the table?
It would be on the floor.
Question: does Dragonborn like, like birds change their scales?
Not generally, no. It's very much like human skin, where it kind of just repairs itself and just carries on going.
My detect magic ritual.
That's
thingy.
finished. Yep. Don't pick up anything from him. Absolutely zero.
Nothing magical?
He's not affected by spells, which is what the detect magic does.
Moons did detect magic?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love fake detect magic.
Do I know of any diseases that dragon will suffer from that cause a scale to fall off?
You haven't really. Well, you might have done some dragonborns actually. Give me a medicine check, Aaron.
Wait, I was doing dragonborns?
Researching dragonborns, but yeah.
You're pretty drunk.
And is the disease contagious?
Sure. Just do a medicine check.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Let's see if you have chickenpox or not.
Ooh, that was almost 18. 12. 12 OL. There definitely are some specific dragonborn illnesses, but from what you're seeing on him, there's nothing infectious that you can see. This mottled effect seems to be something more of him specifically, so there's probably several causations. Although hearing about something put into him or surgery of any kind is definitely could cause a few things.
Okay.
If it were a spell like detect problem,
Wow.
Detect.
If I cast detect problem with this group, I'm gonna explode.
Yeah, no, you would probably die from impulse.
I'm gonna count that with check out the hook, which is a 9 of mind. That only is funny in my head.
I'm shaking my head at you. He kind of just looks up.
maybe he needs a knife and some ointment.
Oh no! Don't bring that up.
Anyway.
But yeah. Yeah, his scales, the closer it gets, like the newer parts of his scales, they just look kind of darkened.
So hang on. So Seraphina did detect magic.
There was nothing magical about him.
You did detect magic, and it picked up the magic from like the dragon core and stuff, right?
When it was
Like
right next to
way
someone.
back when.
Yes.
When she was holding it.
Yeah, I can see the hour around people. It doesn't say anything about within people. Yeah, that would be
maybe I'm just not understanding what this spell does then. Because I thought what you did was you did detect magic, and it told you if there was anything magical.
Yep.
Like within a radius.
Yeah, that's what it does.
Right. So why would it being within him?
There's nothing magical in him or around him.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. No,
The thing is, if he ate a magic core, it doesn't mean he have a magic core.
Yeah. No. I'm just confused about why you were specifying auras around him rather than within him.
Yeah.
Because it seems like that would make
Yeah,
sense.
that's what the spell says.
Yeah, you see a
Yeah.
faint aura around
Yeah.
it.
So there's nothing
Well, it would still be an object if it was in him, but
affecting him.
yeah, there doesn't seem to be any magical aura in him or around him.
And yet, he's an aberration.
For
That
what
could
I haven't
be
discovered.
Mutation.
Aberrations actually do say like it could technically a zombie is also an aberration because if they were made like handmade zombies, not raised zombies.
Yeah, but like something has happened to him to make him an aberration.
I'm
But it's
wondering
not
if he's
some magical item in his chest.
yes, maybe I'm wondering if he have become a bit Frankensteinish.
Oh, there might have been magic before, but it has
Yeah,
faded now.
what I mean is they've put something in him, but that thing isn't magical, or at least is no longer magical, which is just weird.
As you guys are kind of
Oh, see it? Maybe he just had a pacemaker put in.
he goes over to one of the tapestries, which are there's 2 tapestries. Did you guys take one of the tapestries?
No,
We didn't
because it
take
was
it.
broken.
though, we just-
Okay.
No,
it-
is the other one whole?
If you looked at him, there is one that is whole.
Yeah, then we would have taken that. At least the ones would have taken it. Put
It's
it on.
dusty, but yeah. He goes to one of them and picks it up and begins actually assembling it to be some semblance of a puncture.
Do you recognize that symbol?
It is of the Citadel.
Does it mean anything?
I don't know. I've seen it around.
Maybe it's a emblem, a crest.
I don't suppose you
Citadel.
speak Undercommon or read Undercommon, do you?
I have heard it several times. If it is that guttural language they speak. But I don't
Nice.
know it.
It's just one of the few languages we don't have between the collection of us. And there's some writing in it downstairs, but. Alright, well, I suppose we'll try and find an armory then, and hope that it's got something in it.
There are several places I can look. The forge, the garrison, and the armory.
You said that that you could. Do you know where the heat come from? Can you sense heat?
From below.
How do you know there's a forge?
These are dwarves.
It's not
Can I
too much. of a-
Insight check that.
How do
Okay.
you know it's down? That just means you know they have one. It doesn't mean you know it's down. Why do you know it's down?
What he just said that heat is down. He didn't say the forge is down necessarily.
No, you just now you said the forge was down.
What are you trying to insight? If he's lying?
Like, yeah, well, that's just really iffy to me. Like the fact that he, like, yeah, I guess the dwarves they have a forge, but
Yeah.
he
And-
seemed very familiar with
Uh,
the place that he was in. For someone who was kidnapped off the surface
hmm.
and like woke up in a prison cell, he seems awfully familiar with the.
He knows dwarves, apparently.
Yeah, but also you mentioned about seeing the symbol around.
Hmm.
If he was a prisoner, how would you have seen it around?
You
Maybe.
did speak about he was moved
Yeah.
before he was knocked out.
He was probably moved through the castle. Then.
And
Citadel.
He said heat below because heat travels up.
Because of one thinks if they would be able to have like a magma forge.
You know it's possible. You've seen it already at the temple. Old monastery, sorry.
Was
Not a forge for
air
possible.
coming up from the chasm warm or cold?
It was warm.
Outside. Warm, okay.
Yeah. This whole area was being warm.
You also felt that it was very evil.
Oh, yeah.
That was the darkness.
The, my reluctance with heading to the forge is that, based on our information, isn't that where the golems are being?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking also.
I mean, I feel like we've just landed
I
in
think
a
we
Genosian
should-
hive and are heading to the droid factory. That does not seem like a good plan.
Yeah, I
They
think we should be
make
heading
them?
for King right now.
Aye, from what we've heard, the golems are being manufactured here in the Citadel.
Yeah.
Including a golem that's made of cold iron.
I have a
Mhm.
out of game question that's related to endgame.
Sure.
It is gonna sound stupid. Would Serafina in any way
Mhm.
be able to feel the source of their fire heat?
You wouldn't. Pyrox probably could.
Well, the asshole is quiet.
Yeah.
Wake up, but damn it.
There's something about this place that's bothering him. It's out of character.
I
Well,
think we should be.
there's bleed through from a different plane, so it's probably because
Yeah.
Ulan tried to contact Kaylee with the sending stone and didn't get a response. So it's possible that we're outside the surface area.
Well, you know there's literally
Got no signal.
at least 2 bleed-ins at this point.
Yeah.
We-
Well,
we
there-
may-
there's Shadowfell bleed-in and there's also the Earth portal, but we don't know that there's bleed-in from it yet.
It's still the same thing, really. Technically.
I personally think we should be heading upwards. It's most likely they have the weapons closer to where we living.
It certainly looks that down here is abandoned, but the question is, if the dwarves were going to consolidate, would they consolidate themselves at the top, near where they're expecting attack to come from, or would they consolidate at the bottom, near their forges and their portal and their golem factory?
Someone turn to Sarah.
Maybe both.
You know Dwarvish military tactics.
The ones we used on the surface in Valin, sure. Oh,
Yeah,
some
but
here too.
there
granted,
may
we
be
fought
some
enough
overflow.
campaigns. Yeah.
There probably is overflow. The dwarves. It's usually brute force. However, you know a bit about Duragar. Duragar are a lot more sneaky. They're still very prideful, but there's definitely more sneaky. They use the darkness a lot more than regular dwarves. They are also crazy.
Oh, that's no.
I just
That I
can't
think
help.
we've all figured out.
Yeah, exactly. That's no news.
I just can't help wondering if, like, the lights, because there were only lights on for a wee bit of the Citadel, right? It was.
Yeah, there's
or
only
was- or
specs.
Was it from entry level upwards, and does the Citadel go up a long way, or
No.
is it mostly down?
It is mostly down. It's only about 6 floors up, and then it's like 100 floors down.
Yeah, I
The
thought so.
thing is, I'm still thinking, why is there lights on?
But you'd have a garrison protecting the gate.
Yes, and we
But
know
like,
that those.
but if you're a king, if you're a paranoid king, whose source of power is a golem army in the forges and a portal to the earth plane that's down in the depths of the Citadel, where are you gonna feel safe?
Down
Are
in the
you gonna
depths.
feel safe? Yeah, are you gonna feel safe at the top, where
That's
your
true.
enemies can come and get you, or are you gonna be down in your bunker, basically? That's my concern. And assuming the king is even still in control of the situation, because we've not seen a single living soul aside from our new friend here.
You know what I'm gonna do? Someone's gonna take a deep breath.
Okay.
The people from the Grom or whatever are elementals, right?
Through the portal, yes.
Dao.
The Dao.
Did Dao count as elementals?
Yeah, Seraphina's told you they're elementals.
Okay.
Let,
Yeah.
let me
Yeah. Okay.
let me take a minute and see if I can sense any elementals.
Alright, so you're gonna use another spell slot?
Yeah, I'm out of spell slots, but I'm gonna know in a mile radius where all the elementals are.
Alright.
My spell slots are not very useful.
Wait, did Dao really count as elementals?
Yep.
Oh.
They count as genie elementals.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm probably confusing them with Genasi. That's
Yeah,
why.
Genasi are humanoids, yeah.
Yeah. That's...
So yeah, you as an action spend a spell slot, and to concentrate on this floor as well. And the silence overtakes you, and you feel that sense of blackness, and then the white outlines of the room around you. And then you wait for a second, and then you get several blips. You get 3. They're very weak at this point, but they're close. They're actually where you guys are in the chamber room. They're slightly at an angle below you.
With a mental reminder, would I be able to figure out which floor that would be on?
Considering you traveled 2 floors to find this guy.
Yeah.
You can tell roughly on this distance you're probably looking at about 4 floors.
And they're all centered here.
And all 3 of them are right next to each other.
About 4 floors down, there is, at an angle, per se, there is elementals. I can't sense what elementals, but there are 3 elementals.
Actually, hold on. Double check if they are as well.
Oh dear.
Suddenly the map is...
Well, should not surprise us that this much shit we were warned.
Mhm.
Yes,
We are in the iceberg storm, basically.
What's not sitting right with me is that, like, there's a lot less shit than I was expecting.
It's
Like,
very
we will-
dilapidated.
we will
It's like
probably
they've
run
pulled.
into-
It's
I
like
know
they've
we will-
pulled back from certain levels and just abandoned them, and they're concentrating downstairs or something.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Okay, let's speculate.
see. I'm still feeling.
I'll adjust that slightly. Apart from those 3, which you do sense, which actually I'm gonna redo the whole thing because those are slightly different. So you sense the 3, which are 4 floors below, roughly. They're grouped together and they're slightly below you, at a very slight angle. You then sense as well 1, and based on your simple math, they're probably around 20 floors below. There's 1
One, and that's stronger than others.
stronger than the others.
And 20 floors down from that is a strong feeling. Not strong, but strong.
Stronger than the 3 that are only 4 floors down,
Yeah.
but perhaps
It's literally equal. The 3 are equal to the 1.
With your,
Hopefully I can feel challenge rating.
Yeah,
you know that.
I'm
that's-
sorry, he's about a CR10.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
you know.
about to ask if I have
Yeah, I
any
was as well.
knowledge of.
Hmm.
Also, I just read the book kind of thing, but there's about the hierarchy in power levels.
Hierarchy and power levels. You did just read the book, so you know there are several other types of elements. especially in the Earth plane. There's variations of methods which you've already seen. You saw them with the Beholder in his lair just above in the Titan Steps. You also know there's these very small, almost golem style, but they're about the same size as a dwarf, and they're made of stone. You also know of just elementals, and great elementals. And there is one more. Let's just make sure.
Savant
You want to
can't
give
hear.
us any spoilers?
Yep. And there is one other, but it's probably is very unlikely, considering it doesn't work with anything else. As a Zorn.
Does Savant know if a bigger blip means a bigger creature or just a stronger creature?
It just means a stronger. It could be both.
Okay.
But it's more of a. It's more like the essence of it.
Like the essence,
Okay.
feelings, like stuff like that. Like I have just mental picture of if I were searching for like dragons and it was a very like heroic and chivalrous dragon, I would sense that more than the cowardly dragon right next to it. Even if it was both large dragons.
And the ones that's closer was faint.
Painting.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fainter.
so the deeper one is definitely a tougher thing rather than just like a fat elemental.
Correct.
It could be either.
It could be either. Yeah.
But as you finish this, you see Torok has finished making a poncho out of one of the tapestries. It kind of looks like a Mexican thing, and it's fortunately large enough to cover his entire frame. But yeah, he looks weird, and it's just this like black tapestry that's covering him.
Is the mark right like a Taliban on you?
I am very tempted to fix it for him.
He's tied most of them with the frayed edges and has tied it together.
Not to be even more conspiracy theory, but what if the Durgar lost and the golems have taken over it, and the only reason why they're here even is because they have a portal to this plane?
Of the materials on this plane.
The only way to answer that question is to go down. We're not gonna find the answers by guessing in here.
Yeah. That's also a reason why I feel the lights are so weird. Why would Durgar need light? They see better than me in in darkness.
Sources of fire.
Well, they do see better, but there is still a limitation, right? It's not like they can see perfectly in the dark. They do still need some amount of light. And like if there was a small Durgar garrison protecting the main gate, that could account for the lights at the top. Or they could have just not switched the lights off when they left. I mean, actually, that's a good point. As we've been moving around, have we seen any like light fixtures? Like torches that have
You've seen some. You've seen some. Yeah, in this dining room specifically, there is actually a candelabra in the ceiling, hanging down, which had candles in it.
So it's candles for lighting and that kind of stuff. Because there were some in the cells or the barrack rooms.
Yeah.
Do
It was...
we know
Okay.
how big the forge is? To think
It's a forge. It can be tiny or it could be huge. And you know dwarves, and you've seen the one at
The Mirror Forge, which is basically
you've seen the Mirror Forge, and you've seen the Dwarven Citadel capital.
Yeah, because
The
my
forge
thought
hearts.
is that it might be the light from the forge, the fire.
Do elementals see in the dark?
Yes.
Usually in shades of red.
Right?
Actually,
I
no,
would
the fire
depending.
elementals anyway. They see in like almost infrared, but it's shades of red. Because that's how the fire genasis.
They have heat vision.
So someone breathes
To
out.
some degree, I
I guess the only way is down if we're gonna figure out actually what's happening in here.
That's really disappointing because it means I don't get to sing The Only Way Is Up.
Daphne saying the only way is down.
Well, are you planning on leaving?
Not anytime soon, from the sound of it. I guess we just make our way down, and maybe we'll come across something. Certainly, it seems like the abandonment is easy to spot. So as soon as we find somewhere that's less abandoned, we know we need to start being extra careful.
The question is, are we going where I think there is the lesser elementals?
Aye, that's true. We've only got 4 levels to go, so.
That or we hit 20 floors.
Well, let's deal with the little ones first.
Get out the pickaxes.
Are we just gonna dig us way down?
Well, there is a small problem with that. Everything being called iron.
You know the stairway does go down at least another floor.
Yeah, but we've all played Minecraft. We know that if you punch the ground long enough, eventually it will pop out.
Yeah.
That's true.
Diamond pickaxe.
Take out your diamond pickaxe, people.
Yeah. And you do know that it is brick, so they're in brick formation, so
It's netherrack.
Right, so we'll head to the.
Well, we dig down and
the
then
Actually, that's a close representative, apart from black. But yes.
Take out your flint and steel and burn the building up.
I'm not sure that would work. So, where are you guys going?
To
to the
staircase?
spiral
To the
staircase.
stairs.
Yes,
Okay.
staircase.
And we'll stealth down as best we can.
Alright.
Yeah.
Taroka's going to follow you. And we forgot, Uland, you have disadvantage on stealth.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yep. Completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
So, you guys head towards the stairs, which you know exactly where they are. You slowly head down. I'd say, yeah, reroll stuff, because you guys have been talking for long enough.
Makes sense.
Damn, nice one, A4.
I've stepped away from the computer, so can someone just roll the d20 and then add
Oh,
5 to it
shit.
for me?
Oh, bad rerolling. God damn it.
I'll do it for him. Roll a d20.
Humpty Dumpty.
Well, twice for disadvantage, but.
Well, that's a 6.
6 plus 5, so that's not.
11, yeah.
Oh, and a 15, so it is a 6. Okay, 11.
11.
11.
Alright, so 11 is the lowest. Actually, no, sorry, 10 is the lowest with Aaron. The rest are pretty good. Yeah, even if more, is better. Yeah, so you guys make it, start heading down the staircase, and those listening out for the shuffling, you hear it again coming from the south this time. Or 6 o'clock. But the staircase carries on going down.
Wait, 6 o'clock again?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So it's going backwards, or it's extremely slow?
It's going.
Or maybe-
Yeah, circles.
Maybe something just went wrong with the programming and it's like snagged on a door frame and it can't go forward.
Well, you know
Sorry,
that
the
the
player can't round corners.
well, you know that the prison was a dead end.
D is
So,
in charge of jumping, that's why.
but I imagine you guys are gonna head back down, carry on going down the stairs.
Yeah, to the floor
Yes.
that Savant
Yes.
thinks it
Okay.
is.
Yeah, and you can actually go down all 4 floors.
Oh, awesome.
Does the stairs keep going or
Yeah,
does
It actually goes down another 2 floors from what you can tell as you look down the center.
Oh, I guess we would look around for
Is
not
this
abandonment.
staircase?
Mhm.
Does this staircase have an empty space in the middle so we can drop down to the
You
very
could.
bottom? Awesome.
No.
Wait, Ulan can do that and be fine.
As
scale
long
sheet
as
was
it's
a winner.
300 feet, we can do it tomorrow and pop back up with dimension doors.
Whoop.
That is awfully tempting.
Considering the ceiling is probably around 20 feet, yeah, you definitely could dimension door.
No, we'll go down the stairs for now because we can do that carefully.
Yeah.
So you head down the stairs to 4 floors, and you come out on a very similar.
Something to note. I actually know general direction and distance in miles, so I like 0.1 miles, which is horrible for math in someone's head.
And you come out in a very similar room of a circular chamber. I'll just do this one. Why can't you do circle cutouts? There we go. Which you guys can see if you look below the current map.
Ah, there it is.
Which also has 4 cardinal directions. And all of you can very clearly see to the north, you can see there is a archway that leads straight into a door, which is currently closed. And then you've got west, east, and south.
What general direction would it be from air? Would someone think?
From what you can tell, you know it is slightly below you, and you would have to travel south-ish. You know, it would be somewhere around this.
Yeah, like Southern Point or just after.
But you can see, actually, you guys can see pretty far. So,
Well, some of.
We have a drop.
Yeah.
Do you need a perception?
yeah,
How
do a
long
perception
has
as you look
it
come
been
down.
since we walked into this Citadel?
You would probably have to do another dark vision at this point, as you have been waiting around for some time, because you were waiting for the sounds coming from the shuffling. You were talking. You released the prisoner and started talking again. So yeah, at this point, you probably need to do another one. Nice. Yeah. All right. So you two, which directions are you looking, or it just doesn't matter?
I'll look south. Savant said it was that way, so.
Okay, you look south, and you can see. And you can actually see pretty much all the way down the corridor, which actually ends at another T junction. You can see that it also has one doorway. Yeah.
Okay.
So which way do you say, Owen?
I believe he said north.
North. Okay, yeah. It's just there's an iron door, which seems to be just there. It's an ominous presence, closing the room. Okay, so you cast Dark Vision both on Aaron and yourself again. Are you using a 3rd level or 2 level 2s?
It cannot be cast at higher levels.
Oh, okay, it's 2 level 2s. Alright, so yeah, you can see
Level 2.
down those 2 directions. The west and east seem to also go on corridors. You can see a doorway down the west, not that far. And it seems to go a little further.
Savant gonna start heading southward. He's gonna look at as he's heading southward. He's gonna look at the ground. If you see any tracks, or well,
Yeah.
then maybe they are floating. But
Yeah, give me a survival. And actually, I'll say with your 2 perception checks, you also hear not so much shuffling, but more of just crunching. Which is quite odd.
Now,
Like deeply pitched or more high pitched?
It's definitely a low kind of like.
Is it popcorn or bone?
Yeah.
And it seems to be,
More like kale chips.
and you can't really tell which direction because it's coming from both the west and the south. It seems to be echoing down these 2 hallways.
Okay, so it's likely somewhere.
I'm
Alright.
gonna stand next to the west corridor next to it and keep an eye out.
Okay. Yeah, you have your vision, so you can. Yeah, give me a perception check. I'll say we can do hearing, so you just do it
Yeah.
at normal.
Yeah. Right, perception. Which skill is it? Let me find it in the skill tree.
Wow. It is in alphabetical order.
Oh yeah, it is. There it is.
11.
was almost an 18.
Almost. But 11's a good number.
But
You can definitely tell that it does seem to have an end, which isn't too far. It seems to end only another 30 feet down. But it also has a passageway here and a passageway here.
Okay, I'll just keep watching just in
Keep
case
watching.
something comes that way.
Cool. Yeah.
From
Apart from that, you can't really hear too much noise. It seems quite quiet down here. Not as quiet because you can still hear that crunching sound. But
It's making me hungry.
yeah. All right. So what are you guys doing?
Well, I rolled 22. What do I notice as I was start heading that way?
Oh, you're heading south and looking around. You don't see too much of those kind of golem tracks. You do see some. It's strange. You see a trail of sand, just like odd flecks of sand across the floor, which seems to be either coming from the direction or going in that direction. You can't really tell. But you also can see there has been some that type of sandstone. There's small chunks of it, not very large, very, very small, like fingernail-sized portions of it, just fallen, and are scattered around this area actually.
Someone to come over to Ulan, basically like, get over here, please, silently.
Please.
Sorry, what was that? I was putting food in my mouth.
Oh, he made a universal sign for get over here.
Join me.
Oh, okay.
And then he
Get
makes
over there.
and then he makes a hand notion of it, like him opening a bottle. You want see if you take the right bottle. This I need to make this sound.
What are you talking?
Ulan's just gonna like look at Savannah and be like, "To pee? What are you?"
Someone takes a handful of sand up in hand.
You want more of the sand? We've already got some sand.
What is this?
Okay, someone whispers to see if it's the same sand. If so, we know what the sand comes from, and then it will be the elementals.
Don't we already know that the sand comes from the elementals?
From the plane, but not even is the element. Someone starts following the tracks. Like,
Start heading down. Turok just kind of looks at you and it's just like,
I'm confused. Anyway.
you start heading down and you see the doors closed using that same type of doorway material of that kind of slate stone, and it is locked from what you can tell. As you can see the hallway at the end, you also see there is actually a doorway here, and there seems to be one further down. On the left and right, which you can just about manage to see as you look down.
does the track lead into any particular further down corridor? Or
It keeps on going.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow the tracks.
Alright.
And I know how fresh they are. I don't know.
It's sand, so it doesn't really decay.
Yeah, like.
It looks recent enough that it hasn't built up a lot of dust. You have noticed as well, though, that the temperature has increased slightly.
Savant is gonna do the Scooby-Doo around the corners.
Okay.
See if we can-
Is everyone with Savant or staying by the stairway?
No, I've gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please. That's the one that can actually do some damage.
And you can see down,
March down that west corridor.
which there's actually a bunch of doors. And another door right at the end here, which seems to have quite a presence to it in compared to the other doors. It's made of that slate stone, but it has bands across it of metal.
Smells like an important door.
It screams important door. as
where-
well as the
where
one to
did
the
it-
north. But yes,
Where did the tracks lead?
they actually lead to the west.
Oh. This way.
That's
No,
east.
that's east.
Suddenly I got backwards in my head. Okay.
If I said left and right, you could have got confused, so I would allow that. But I said west on the map, so yes.
Broken compass, guys.
Broken compass. Woo!
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems to be going towards that door.
You can go up to the door.
Is that the important door?
That is the important
Yeah.
door. And you don't even have to make a perception check. That crunching sound is definitely louder. It's not loud, but it's louder than that kind of echo you had previously. It's muffled behind this door, but there's definitely an echo coming in underneath the door.
Is it like stone hitting gravel?
Like a rock crusher.
Make another perception check. Savant.
Okay. Does Savant know what a rock crusher is? 19.
Probably. But 19. At this point, you can pick up more of what the sound is, and it's definitely a lot clearer now that you've heard something similar. It sound that sound. It's the sound of a hammer hitting stone.
Oh.
Like a sculptor?
Uh,
Or just like some...
it's more like when Seren hit the golem.
Oh! I
Like
that
a
sound.
like a
That's a good sound.
sledgehammer on stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I approve of this sound.
Like a rock quarry, basically. Okay. Savant is gonna take some couple steps and get around Seren. Hold out his crossbow, gets the door, and basically like...
You know it's not behind that door.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not.
You know it's not behind that door. But listening behind the door, you
It's behind that door,
can
but
tell
behind
there's
that
something behind that door.
door. Okay. Basically like... to Ulan to open the door as he's basically like holding crossbow out.
Why are we opening the door?
There is sound
mean-
coming from...
Yeah, but like, sound comes from caves with dragons in. That doesn't necessarily mean you should just waltz in. Are we on the right level for what you detected?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is the right area. Ish.
ish. All right. Okay. That's why sorry, I was having trouble following what was going on.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll open the door then. What kind of locking stuff is on the door? Is it just like a?
It looks like a pretty like medieval type of door. It's got iron bands across it. There's a very obvious lock for the key to be put into it. Looking at it though, it doesn't look like it's locked. It just looks like it has a pin, just to be turned.
Well, I will turn the pin.
Yeah, and yeah, you don't need to do a check on it. You can just use a just. And the door very slightly just comes off the hinge.
I'm making my way downtown.
Oh, go for it.
Are you walking
Faces past, are you homebound?
I'm walking behind Serafina. She's my light at the moment.
I was just staying in between because some stayed behind and some decided to go forward.
Yeah, I'm not leaving your side because if this spell somehow gets taken off me, I don't know.
I'll put one for.
Panic and daylight with.
Oh dear God.
Oops, that's big. That's big.
Just a smidgen.
There we go.
big?
Can I also have one for a map, please?
He put Turok on the screen, but he had him at 4 squares instead of 1.
Oh, okay.
He was
so I
like
can't-
literally about to engulf it for more.
Wait, Turok? Was that a game?
Okay. So, you opening the door, Saren?
I opened the door.
Oh, you opened the door. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you open the door. Boop. And it's a pretty simple chamber. You can see that there's actually an actual. You can tell it's a bed, as there's actually a Duragar, or it looks like a Duragar at least. You can see the white hair coming from underneath a sheet that's covering it, and it's currently just laying there.
Is it deaded?
You're not there, so you can't tell. Ulan, looking at it, you can definitely hear there's breathing, but it's slow.
Okay. What else is in the room? Is it just a room with a bed?
It's just a room with a bed. You actually see there is kind of an armor stand with black armor on it.
Normal black armor, or is it fancy?
Normal black armor. It looks like it's been cleaned, but yeah. As well as a spear put to the side, as well as.
Sorry, could you start that over? That you cut out completely for me.
Oh, sorry. There's a spear put against the wall, as well as an axe that's hanging on the armor stand as well.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I didn't hear about the armor either. It was.
Oh, it's black
regular-
standard armor that's just been cleaned recently.
Just been cleaned recently. Okay.
What do you, halfling I see? Yeah.
Um,
And you can hear that crunching sound coming from the other side of the door.
And is there anything else in the room aside from the armor stand and the bed? Like
Nope.
anything that looks like personal effects?
Very much bare bones.
Okay. And the guy, you said his breathing was slow?
Yes.
Like asleep slow? Or.
Considering your closeness, yeah, you can probably tell he's sleeping or unconscious, one of the two.
What's on the other side of the corridor?
You can't see.
Peeking the other way.
Oh, you're peeking the other way.
The other direction.
You can actually. How far can you see that way?
60.
Yeah, that is 60. You can see 4 doors. 1, 2, 3,
It's a
4.
convertible.
You can also see makeshift doors on here and here, which very clearly are outhouses or toilets.
Oh, I was about to go that direction and I'm not doing it anymore.
And it definitely seems to keep on going to some type of room past that, but you're not sure.
Hey, Serafina, I think that's what they do.
How elegant.
So what are we doing with the Duragar?
Ulan's thinking.
I'm thinking still.
And the
That's-
crunching sound is coming from the doorway beyond?
Yes.
In the other side of the
Yeah.
room? Okay. Is that
That's-
closed?
It is closed, but it doesn't look locked. It looks like it's just a door.
Okay.
You know what we can do? We can shout, wake him up. I can banish him and he's gonna wake up in like demi-plane, confused as hell.
Well,
I don't think
Ulan's
we
having
can
a real.
Go now.
Yeah. Ulan's having a real dilemma right now because there is the strategic choice, there is the pragmatic choice, and then there is the right choice.
Well,
And I'm not sure. Well, not necessarily the right choice, but like the good choice, like good alignment choice. But he's not good, so
Well,
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak over to the guy.
Okay. Easy.
I'm going to produce from the magical poison scabbard. My gnarly looking +1 curve thingamajiggy. I'm going to sneak up to the guy's bed, put my hand over his mouth, have the dagger ready, and just quietly say, "Make a noise and I'll kill you."
Oh, I thought you were gonna gently kiss.
He might.
And
Okay.
then I kiss him on the forehead.
Aww.
Sleeping Beauty.
Do you do this sharply or you do this slowly?
I've moved up to him slowly, and then very suddenly I've just firm hand on his mouth to clamp in the sound, and make a noise and I'll kill you with the knife clearly visible.
Okay. He doesn't seem to do anything. He's still asleep.
He's still asleep.
Yep.
Heavy
That's
sleeper.
climactic.
Seems to be breathing through his nose instead. Just...
Or enchanted that way.
Well, I guess my hand's clamped over his nose as well. I've got a big hand.
Okay, you can just feel his breathing across your the bottom side of your hand. Then.
He's a bait.
Through the pauldron, I'm just gonna say he's really asleep.
Ooh.
I don't know. Should I kill him? This is
No,
the
gag him
Seren
in
and
time.
Serafina, like the angels on my shoulder.
Gag him and tie him.
Do we have time? Do we have rope? Do we have a gag?
Rope, yes. And time.
Well, do we have rope that we can tie someone up with though? We have climbing rope, but
It's
I mean-
thick.
yeah, but you don't necessarily want thick rope to tie someone up.
You got the chain.
What chain?
Out of
What chain?
game coming.
What chain?
The train only friends tied up on his handcuffs.
Is that enough?
What
for that, though?
the stuff that we broke off him and never said anything about bringing with us.
Yeah.
Didn't Savant take it with?
He
I
did,
said I was going to, but I didn't.
Yeah, we're not really geared up for taking prisoners and tying them up. We can certainly but he's not waking up. It's the problem.
You can shake him if you want to wake him up.
You need to wake him up inside.
You can always
Can
flick his head or something.
I thump him with the pommel of the knife on his forehead, just bop him. Not hard enough to knock him out, but bop him to wake him up.
Yeah, you could have just done that with your hand, for sure.
Yeah, the pommel of the poison dagger is cooler.
So much more poetic.
Yeah, sure.
Just crit him again.
And his eyes kind of just
And I lean in really close.
Make a strength check.
I was gonna do something for dramatic effect before.
Trying to hold down the dwarf.
Come on.
Oh.
Oh yeah. baby.
Ooh, yeah. You're holding that and just.
You
I
saved us
lean-
for that.
He's got his
lean
hands
in,
on your arm.
I lean in super close, really close to his ear, and I just go, "This isn't a dream. This is real life."
Wow.
You want to see a magic trick?
Make a noise. Oh god. Make a noise and I'll end you. Do you understand?
He doubles in size and pushes you off of him. As
Wait, he doubles in size.
doubles in
Why don't you
size.
just hold your hand?
As a reaction to that, because I've got the dagger held ready, I want to stab him.
You tapped him on the... Okay, so you put it back to his neck. Okay.
Yeah, well,
You have advantage on this.
advantage button.
So he's not a Durgar, he's a regular dwarf.
No, that's a Durga. Dwarves don't grow double in size. I'm pretty sure.
But
I've seen that one before.
I thought they were slightly darker skinned than that, that's all.
Oh yeah, I don't have a Durga token. I apologize.
Okay. Well, that's okay.
And the point does a 23 hit?
Yes, the 23 is going to
And
hit the boy.
Poison,
Boy, man.
scabbard, it may not even have the text. Plus
Yeah.
1d12.
1d12. Do it. 2.
2.
It's also poison as a dwarf.
Yeah, resistant, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true, but
He has resistance to it, but yeah. So he takes 10 points.
Is that... Nah, if I held an attack action, is that all of my potential attacks?
Yeah, because you only get 1 for Heredit. But
Well, so you only get 1 attack for ready, not
Yeah.
extra attack.
yeah, you just get 1. For some reason, I don't know why, but you only get 1. I guess it's to base it on just everyone having 1. But yes, everyone roll initiative. Is that everyone's token? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, the turn order's covering me. What I really need to do is make a button on the token action bar so that I can. Oh, sorry, that wasn't supposed to be an advantage. The 17 was the first one.
Seraphina, good job.
Well,
Oh yeah, 17 was the first. Nice.
Yeah. Well, you know, God, if I'm more, what the hell?
Alan, don't you have advantage?
Oh,
You
for
do.
fuck's sake, why do I keep forgetting that? I have a note written down on purpose in front of me, too, today.
We're always here to help.
Nope, doesn't matter. Same roll.
Wow, double 322s. That's impressive, guys.
Well, I have higher. I'm at 27.
How?
Ulan got the +5.
I
got a
got
plus
plus 4 because I'm proficient in because of quick draw. I'm proficient in.
Oh, because of quick draw. Why haven't you not? Oh, because you can't add it.
Yeah, I can't add it. Otherwise, I have done that. You know.
Never mind.
It would be Ulan, Savant, and then Seraphina.
No,
Alright.
it's on Ulan.
So, as he literally doubles in size, this dwarf Durga literally becomes the same size as you, Ulan, but like double the size, double the width, and actually cracks the bed underneath him. Seren and Savant, you see this, and Savant, the door is which way is the door? The door is away from you, so you can see this. What do you do?
I roll and see if I survive. I survive! I roll and see if I pass out or not. I did not pass out.
It's pretty scary. It's just-
No, let's actually do something.
You can certainly try.
Well, I can't move particularly. Or can I? Yeah, I'm gonna try to take a step. See if I die or not.
You can.
You can pass
Yeah, like
through,
it-
yeah.
That's what I was just gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah. Does he hit me or not?
No.
Okay.
He hasn't recognized you two yet, because technically you haven't taken initiative, so you're stealthy, because Ulan's the one that got his attention.
Pew!
22 hits.
19 pointed
Wow, yeah, 19. That's some pretty solid damage. Alright. And yeah, that's one shot.
That's one
It's-
shot. And my turn is done.
Just slams into it's like really easy to hit this guy. It's just like it's literally like hitting that golem but with flesh instead. Ulan, it's your turn. Your hand kind of moved up with him and you just had no grasp to put on his face. You can try and reach and try and hold him still, but He's
I'm not gonna try and hold him, but
now like 10 feet tall.
How he's now 10 feet tall.
Yeah, he's kind of like pushing against the ceiling.
I am gonna punch him.
How did you have that?
That's an interesting number.
Modifiers and add a normal number there.
Where?
So you can add a modifier.
Oh, add a modifier. Oh, you have to go to the thing on the side there.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Ah, okay.
Because we were talking about this previously. Yeah, do it. Do it, Ulan. With the fists.
These is it flanking technically?
Technically, yes.
He's
Technically.
squeezed in the corner and
He
everything.
can't go anywhere, so yeah.
I imagine
so-
you're putting the dagger away, or you're just going to use the
Yeah,
palm.
put the dagger away as first. 1, 2, 3.
There we go. All of them here.
Wow.
10, 10, and 15? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and with, in literally those seconds, just... He doesn't even get a breath out as... It just slams against the wall and just slides down it.
I'm sorry, that was worth all of the shitty rolls earlier on.
And he wasn't able to get any sound out, apart from that one
That's great.
growth grunt.
Important question: is he naked?
No. His clothes magically grew with him, because magic.
Yeah. No,
What
I didn't
size
mean,
was
like,
his
but he was
armor?
just in bed, is what I meant.
His armor is dwarven, so...
But like he
So
was in
he
bed,
needs
so
to-
was he in pajamas? Was he in clothes? Was he? In
he was in his underclothes.
Under Armour?
Yeah, Under Armour.
Oh, I could have the onesie.
I guess I can make a check for them. See if they noticed anything. So disadvantage. Void. What was? Is there a door? No. Okay. Alright, so.
Also, we use pretty silent weapon per se. Punching and...
Yeah, no, that's why. So. Actually, I'll just mark him. Boop. Actually. And
Wow.
he actually, as he slides down, he actually shrinks back. So, you guys move around. The adrenaline just started to kick in.
Sorry, Saren.
He's not angry.
I'm just disappointed.
She's just disappointed.
What Savant is gonna do is gonna pat Saren on the back and basically like charge the door. Then he will be getting first.
Oh dear God, why? Why do we even want to?
Yeah, alright. No, I'm on board with this. I'm good to go.
Alright, you just charged the door.
Well, we'll wait until it's Saren's turn.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is out of initiative for the time being. So,
Okay.
for this, I think no, I'm gonna have to reset it again technically, if there is anything else, because you guys have.
Good, I can get scared again.
So yes, Saren, feel free to juggle out the door.
Wait, I want to be in that room with the bed.
And get your ass down here.
Move fast.
Well, technically we can manage to get there before Saren
Oh no,
starts shutting the door.
No, you're out of initiative, so you can start
we're out of
moving.
initiative, yeah,
You just heard it's like doo.
I'm gonna get on this side of the door. If Savant, if you want to get the other side of the door.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Aaron, stay like right at the back.
As basically I motion for Ilfimon to go in front of me. Because I'm
So
not
if you
in
not
front.
get here, then next to
Like,
me.
you're gonna have to evacuate so my wolf can get past and I can get past.
Technically, your wolf can't get through these, considering it's supposed to be like that.
Oh, okay.
Which next to you?
In front of me. Then nothing's gonna happen. We have Saren.
Sad enough, I
As a
can't
shield.
get it. It's too big.
Well, I'm good for something.
You could attempt to try and squeeze through, but yeah, it's not going to go very fast.
Well, they can watch over the.
Well, we know what happened last time when his wolf watched over something.
Wow.
But this time, hopefully, there won't be a tide of demonic spiders.
Oh god, not again.
Also, there's
Don't
like
jinx
a
it.
clear way out for the wolf to run. There wasn't before.
Okay,
Don't jinx it.
Savant counts down the breach. 3, 2, 1 with his fingers.
Can I?
Can you?
No, this is the question. I have, according to my notes, only one charge left on the pauldrons.
Yes.
Can I?
Can you shoulder attack at the door, technically?
Yeah, can I? Effectively, can I use that style of attack without having to use the pauldrons themselves?
Of course you can. It's called a shoulder tackle.
Okay. Oh well, then yeah. I mean, I suppose.
You're effectively trying to do a shove attack on the door.
Oh, fantastic. Well.
Yeah.
And then, can I just roll the pauldrons thing then?
You just use a. I think it's just a straight athletics check.
Yeah, it's an athletics check.
Just go at the door.
Smash the door.
In fact, it's a versus. Is your athletics versus the door's athletics?
Uh-huh.
Holy shit. If that door was matched at 20, now god.
I will laugh. Oh god. All right. I'll just.
It's an Olympic gold medalist door.
Yeah. 13.
That was terrible.
It won at the last Olympics in the decathlon.
I'd say that's cocked, because that looks cocked to me.
I thought it won at the high board.
I thought it was on the 18, but I'm like, how the hell is it on the 5?
That's a cocked die. Roll again. That's impressive that he can do it even in...
Oh yeah.
Bye bye, door.
Okay, that's not cocked. That's not cocked.
Because you've rolled a crit, that means you have to do it with an awesome line as well, though.
You have 5 seconds, go.
You're
Honey,
not allowed
I'm
to use
home.
his. Oh, okay, you're not allowed to use his jump.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough.
That was the first thing that came to mind, but I'm like, no, that doesn't work.
Yeah, I'd say because of that, you actually go through that door and actually across the way, breaking the other door as well.
Maybe I'm the juggernaut bitch here, really.
Oops.
To another sleeping quarters. But you definitely broke the door open. Into another sleeping chamber with 2 beds instead.
Wakey, wakey.
I would say because of that, yeah, roll initiative again. As Sarah just through one door and actually with the momentum slams into the door, literally just across the hallway. You guys can see now through the hallway, however, which travels all the way up to an archway, which you guys can look through, which actually has light in it.
Look at Sarah, remember.
I remembered! Actually, can I add a modifier to do that automatically?
Yes. In the settings, you can go to. It's one specifically for initiative.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so hold on. So on the cog page then.
Yes, on cog.
Well, another 13. That's kind of funny. Wait, what? Did I not do that?
Where roll options are.
Oh, okay. Roll template. No, that's not.
Under outputs. It's initiative.
Oh, thank you.
As
Because I have mine as a Korean, remember, I always have advantage now, I don't think.
as you all watch Sarah go through, Savannah, you kind of peek through and just see another 2 Duragar kind of get out from the beds, literally with the covers still over them, just like, huh! As Sarah just smashes through, with lovely splinters of wood, like slow-mo in the air, just scattering across.
Sorry, miss it top right, you get it. crossbow in you.
Technically, you have to make another check.
What?
Sanity check.
Oh, right.
Just because.
Come on, higher than a 15.
Number.
Come on, load.
There you
Oh.
go.
Nope.
0. As
It's
your
fun to like a matrix jump across the doorway to shoot the fall down.
Yeah, I'm doing a max pain.
he's like,
Help me jump.
Sarah, though, you are not shocked, but happy.
I'm quite pleased.
Technically, I can't move.
Yeah, sure. I say you moved, because why not?
I'm doing a max pain right to the floor.
As these two Duergar kind of get up, and they are very wide-eyed as you literally come through their door, sliding in on their door.
Door surfing.
Door surfing,
Door
pretty
surfing.
much. And they kind of just look at you, look at themselves, and look at their weapons, which is against the back wall.
You need to hop off the door and do the Aquaman hair flick, like from the trailer.
Yeah, because done because her hair's not braided; it's loose right now. Complete with hair flip, and well, a battle axe, not a trident.
Is the angry loose hair.
All right.
Door to door damage statement.
Yeah. I'm going to rage, and then I'm gonna take
That's
one
bonus action.
attack.
Wait, can we just pause here a minute to just acknowledge the fact that Seren is attacking first?
Yep.
Before
Yeah.
anybody else. This is the first time ever.
You have advantage because they are currently prone in bed. Swing, battle.
Okay.
Is this one? Ow.
Slash.
Oh, that was technically a low roll, but yeah, 17 still hits. Who's this one? The first one? Top one?
Yeah, just the top one, I guess.
Alright, yeah. As slams into his shoulder and cuts deep. Probably almost not decapitating. Dissecting his arm off. But 18 points of damage.
Awesome. And then the next
second
one,
one.
the next one.
Going on the other guy. Oh my gosh. 3 and 2. Still hits him, however, for max damage of 20. And yeah,
Slash.
that also goes into the other guy's opposite arm instead, as just like
Can you
you
yell
can
whirlwind
you
of
can
pain?
just see blood just coming out, and it's just like you're pretty sure you're like over halfway into the bone of each of these guys' arms.
So you attacked one on each? Rather
Yeah.
than-
Yep.
Was it? Okay.
And Ulan, you see, you just see blood just spray. It's just like peek through the doorway, and you can just hear just.
I will just casually saunter up to that guy. And I will punch him twice. It's just normal, isn't it? It's not...
Advantage.
Oh, is it advantage because prone? That's
Oh,
right.
he's prone.
Yeah. 1, 2.
Yeah, that hits. For what's that, 15?
Yeah.
On that guy, yeah. With 2 blows again, and you just like, just get him perfectly underneath the chin. Are you killing him or?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said dead. Okay.
Okay.
Straight underneath the chin.
And then with the more of my movement.
Yeah,
movement,
you
and
flip
I'll,
around. Gymnastic
I'll
style.
flurry of blows and attack the other guy twice as well.
Do it. 27 and 11. Technically, it's not wearing armor, so that hits as well. Both of them hit what's that? 17 points of damage. Yep. That, again, same thing. Straight across the chin and then straight underneath. As he drops into bed. Bleeding, but laying in bed again.
Why is it we're rolling?
What's rolling?
Why are we rolling initiative? It's like 2 rounds and then okay.
Yep.
So I can pass out.
It would be their go, so I'm going to instead roll another check. Wow. No.
Okay, are you telling me that nobody here had the doorway? Two of them.
Actually, no, I should probably do it at advantage instead. So, yeah, you do hear some noise coming from down the hallway.
To be fair, this has all happened in the space of like 6 seconds.
Yeah. Which 6 seconds is enough for someone to realize a door got broken. So on their turn, none of you technically can see because Savannah's technically stunned.
Well, he is...
Actually, technically he's conscious still, but you can't see through the corner.
No, I'm paralyzed. I'm unconscious actually.
What else is in this room, by the way?
That room, apart from the rest of their gear, nothing.
In cabins and
Okay.
someone.
What weapons? There was just the spear, right?
For them, it's just 2 spears.
Okay. Oh, we found a thing for the Dragon Ball guys.
What were they expecting? Cavalry? Why do they have spears?
That
As you begin to turn around out of the doorway, literally a wave of clay comes down
oh, good.
and envelops the entirety of the doorway.
I've got the X up.
Oh, look, he's so cute.
Even collects some of the wood from the floor and the metal that had been broken from the doors into itself as it begins rolling, and actually still has more movement. So it's actually going to go towards you two, and it's going to try and envelop. Technically, it can envelop both of you. So yeah, it's going to do that. So I need both of you to give me strength saves.
Is this some kind of attack?
It is a type of attack. Well, it's not even an attack. It's enveloping you into itself. So it's just
So it's not.
entering your space.
It's more of an aim.
Can I not like try and dodge it with like a
Technically, yes, it would be either. So yeah, you can make strength 4 dex saves.
Okay. Yeah, I will. Dex save, please. Not an advantage. Go on normal, please.
Wow. That +8. I saw that one rock. Yeah, both of you. Saren just using the axe and literally just cutting off parts of it just to push it out of the way. You just don't even let it touch you as you kind of just move out of the way of it. You do both have to move away from it from one square. You choose.
Okay.
I presume that I can technically stand.
Yeah, you can stand there. It's like pressed against the wall on like one of the beds. As that technically wasn't even an attack, it's then going to use Multi Slam on Saren.
Oh, thank you.
The source of the noise. Yes. Oh gosh. First.
Is the first is a critical.
The first is a critical.
I'm going to use my spend 2 key points and use my deflect missiles on it.
And that's the second with double 4. Nice. Alright, so I will roll damage. You can roll your check against it.
It's on here somewhere.
You have a modifier thing for it, I believe.
I have a button for it. Yeah.
Oh,
Take away
nice.
24 damage.
That's impressive. That's probably going to be most of it. We're going to see. Yep. Which I would say, because you reduced it to 0, you don't have to make the save for its effect.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
What
This-
kind of save would it be though?
It would have been con, but as it did 0 damage, as literally part of the stonework kind of flicks up in front of you, and all this clay, which is like, it's almost more of a liquid than a solid, as it kind of just splashes against it and kind of shapes upwards and forms back into itself.
At least it counts as someone hitting you.
Because
It does. It tried to.
because I reduced it to 0.
No.
No, wait, no, hang on. No, let me finish. Can I just like make it hit itself in the face? Just like stop hitting itself.
It forms back into itself, so yeah. And as it's coming back into itself again, it doesn't really have more of a humanoid form. It's just like a blob with not even legs, just more like a slug, but it does have some
It's
shape of
Jabba.
arms. Yeah, it's more like Jabba, yeah. Just with huge bulky arms. That even you would be proud of, Sarah.
Or maybe like Citadel.
As the ends its turn. Serafina. You're up.
Well, first thing, I am gonna pull Savannah basically down so he's around the corner, not in the middle of...
Well, first you need to roll sanity.
I did that.
Did you?
Yeah. I did it to you. I rolled a 17.
That was the first.
No, first time was 13.
Oh. You're right. Alright. Or 17. Alright, so yeah. You begin pulling away. That uses most of your movement. You still got a little bit left.
Yep.
I think you got like
just
1 square
rolled
left.
that, which was the plan anyway.
And yeah, you can see this thing, which couldn't even move through the doorway if it was solid, but it's somehow squished through. And you can see parts of the clay, which is kind of bent in the archway of itself, as it's just moved through.
Yeah, I'm gonna use
Go for it. That's a 1, but it re-rolls
yes, it did.
to a 22.
And I'm doing. Wow, what am I doing? I don't remember what it's told. That's awesome.
It would actually be good if it's hardens up so I can actually do damage to it.
Yeah, what damage are you using?
Yeah, I know we were told something about them, but I don't remember what.
Well, the ones that you put in my ring were attuned to thunder because that was really useful against constructs. So.
Well, I'm. Yeah, no.
I know what we need to do, Aaron. On your turn, you need to run up behind.
So what type of damage?
Ulan, and we will Patrick
fire.
Swayze and
Fire,
Ghost
okay.
this.
I cannot run closer to it because I'm scared of.
So we can't even like romantically make pottery with it.
No.
Wow. As you move there, you go on its back. Anapa doesn't even know what's happening until you tell it something. So Ithamar, your turn.
I'm gonna just send a telepathic command to him just to guard Brock and keep him safe.
All right.
Just stay there and keep an eye on him. And then I'm gonna move. And I will attack.
Go for it. It is a large target. We'll see if you can hit
sure
that.
he's flanked as well.
You can still move backwards. You have flanking, but Ithamar at this angle
Yeah,
doesn't really.
I suppose he's a big goo blob, okay.
So yeah, just do regular attacks.
She is.
Is it slow? Savannah's was slow as well. We'll see if it comes up.
Yeah, I've been having to slow
There
down
we
some machines.
Oh, there we go.
Oh!
That's a lot of damage,
A 32 to hit.
and that's with Forge Song. Which does 68
Roll an
force.
extra 68.
Roll it. Ooh.
I see what you mean about power scaling.
Ooh.
Well, that's medical item he had given up.
Ooh, 2 ones. But
3, 47, 57, 61. Does the 22 hit?
yeah, 22 hits. Yeah.
61, 71. Does it take poison damage?
No.
61.
60.
71, sorry. 15 plus 8 is 23. Plus 14 is
37.
37, 47, 67, 71.
71 points of damage. Yeah, as just the first swing as he comes through the doorway, just. And it takes like half a second, as then you see like half of its back just open, just peel, like literally like clay as it just separates and just.
I think roll 20s and swap my dice with Jinx's.
Apparently.
Just rolled so good.
No, I just had all of the bad rolls at the start just so that I could have those criticals at the end.
That's
There
true.
you go.
You did roll like 4
Yeah.
criticals.
Yeah.
He was saving up.
Yeah. As just the first slash itself was just almost just cleaved it in half. But it started to reform on its back, and then just 2 other swings. That's all 3 attacks, and yeah, its back just looked mangled, and then begins to reform again. Aaron,
Hello.
you're off in the corner.
Yeah, I cannot move much.
Actually, Ithamore, you can see down the corridor a chamber which keeps going and it actually has light coming from it. So, Aaron, what are you doing?
Is anything coming from this way?
Nothing.
Any noises?
Give me a perception check. Or you just do that for free.
Yeah.
Actually, don't even roll it. Your passive is like 16 or 17?
21.
Oh, 21. Yeah. You, in combat, it's a -5, but yeah, even with 17, it's like, yeah, there's nothing coming that way. You do hear more noise, though, coming from the corridor in front of you, however.
Oh, I cannot do anything about that. Actually, I cannot do anything.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything.
Alright. Are you going to hold?
I'm gonna be supportive.
Bardic Inspiration. Sven.
Well,
Above.
I'm gonna try not to laugh at the fun.
I'm gonna see if I can stand here and do it. I'm gonna see if piercing does anything yet. Yeah.
Yeah. With the crossbow?
Yeah.
It would hit, but you just see it go.
Yeah.
And you don't even see where it went. You just went into it and vanished.
He's eating it.
Well,
You do hear a very slight, as you're pretty sure it snapped in half.
Well, that tells the story.
Do you want to do anything with your bonus?
Bonus action. I flick the bird to it.
Okay. You gonna move or just stay where you are?
I'm gonna take a step back.
Okay, cool. Saren.
Okay. 2. Yeah, just 2 attacks.
Go for it.
You should be at advantage.
You have advantage, yeah. You are flanking it with Ulan.
Okay then.
That's a hit. That was a
Yeah,
1.
rolling like 20 damage. That's fine.
So 40 points of damage just from 2 swings.
Okay. Team memo, guys. Let Saren attack things.
As you're like just working it like a clay model, just cleaving off sections of it, just as parts of the armor just falling off to the ground and actually not attaching.
So he looks like he's taking enough damage now where he's having trouble reforming.
From what you can see, it seems to be. Ulan.
That we is cutting him too fast, so he can't retrieve.
Your turn.
I am going to scroll up the top and hit the advantage button, and then click this button 4 times, and then take off a key point.
With a flurry of applause. Oh, that was another 20.
Oh yeah.
For a whopping total of 20, 28, 36 points of damage. Yes. Palm strikes.
I don't see much advantage in like stunning him or knocking him prone or knocking him back. Right? I could knock him back into Saren, but that might not go over.
That might not go so well. Yeah, and with each blow, you're not really seeing impacts. You're kind of just hitting into it, but you feel the shock going through its body with each.
I would have been doing Fist of Unbroken Air type thing anyway, so I'm like punching it with a.
Oh yeah, with air. Either way, you're like, you see where you've hit it, and it just kind of flattens, and then you hear the kind of inside it, just as it's taking the shockwave throughout its body. With that,
can we please get like mim stats, like baseball stats or something? I don't know that I'm still quite fond of cum stats.
With the end of your turn, it is going to. Oh, well, that's the thing it does first. I have to roll a d6. Three. Okay, cool. So nothing happens as these body parts are falling off it, and it's just feeling this. It's starting to actually crumble, and parts of it you notice, after your strikes. However, as a reaction, it's going to do another slam. This time, it's going to do it on you.
Okay.
Do again. 18.
That's not hit.
As this, it's just a clump of just clay at this point, which just kind of slaps down next to you, and it doesn't really go anywhere. It just kind of slithers back towards the body, relatively slowly as well. Compared to, it was a reaction. So, yeah. However, that.
But he used his reaction to make an attack, right?
Yes.
So Ithamore can use his reaction.
He can. Go for it, Ithamore. I keep forgetting about Sentinel. Oh, another 18. Yeah. Yeah. And before it can even have its turn, with one final slash across its back, and it peels from pretty much head to body. I was going to say toe, it doesn't have toes. Just
Good work, Clegolon. You made 0 damage.
I still remember there was a second one.
Yeah.
Wait,
There
did
were
we
3.
exactly?
Oh, there was
I'm just saying that
No, he said there were 3 smaller ones and 1 bigger one.
But the one bigger one was 20 floors down.
Yeah.
We're on the
Nice.
same floor as the 3 ones.
Also, these are not elementals, by the way, guys.
Oh, right. Yeah.
As Ithamore does that swing, you hear footsteps coming down the corridor.
Yeah, we do.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Hey, we have what we're looking for.
Tap,
No.
tap,
No.
tap,
Fuck off.
tap, tap.
He's so realistic.
And all of you just hear just this slow heaving breathing in your heads. Oh, experiments. I am so grateful.
What was it?
run away.
Ithamore, as the one in range, I would like you to make a wisdom save. Oh, there we go. As you feel that tightening sense across your body, as you're starting to slow down your movements, and you take a deep breath, and it washes over. As he steps through the hallway, all of the crunching sounds you had heard previously stop, or had stopped.
Oh, we interrupted his snack.
Oh, damn it. I hope that's popcorn.
Oh, he's told you.
Oh, that too.
I really hope we didn't hear him munching on
was he?
skulls.
Oh, that's gross. Oh, no, I'm eating right now. I don't need that.
As you
I've got prawn crackers. They're like crunching. Oh, god, that's legit made my springs
As long
wrong.
as it's prawn crackers, not prawns, because he's eating brain, which would be
Oh.
prawn-like.
technically this should be slightly small. It should be about that size instead. There we go. You see this tiny, almost lizard-like creature starts skittering across one of the walls and drops down in front, behind Ithamore, and kind of just looks around with these two almost iguana-like eyes.
We know what happened last time I found one of those.
Oh no.
Its body looks horribly mutated, and it's currently just looking around. It steps forwards to enter the room, and then flickers its eye across you guys. Doesn't do anything else. Which ends its turn. Serafina.
Burn it.
Burn it.
Burn it.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Seen what wow before?
Fire!
You haven't seen one of those before, no?
Yes, she has.
Oh.
Isn't that the thing that was in the head that crawled out that
No.
almost killed me?
No. That was literally a brain. This is some type of iguana.
It's
Burn the iguana.
Is it Australian?
Which definitely... Serafina, just looking at it from... It's like... it's a little smaller than you. And you can see like stitch marks across it. And
I don't like it.
seals across it.
I don't like it at all.
why did it have to be within melee?
Burning hands?
No,
A phone is
why
about to
did
die?
it have to? Whatever. Where is it? It is. Okay. Go away. If I hit it.
Yeah, 18 hits it. 11 points of damage. Interesting. Oh, and it's electric. Interesting. As you reach it, and you can grab it pretty easily. It's skittery, but you manage to reach out, and the spark of the electricity runs off your hands, and just scorches across its flesh. And then you notice it creates patterns across its body from the electricity, and parts of its body start to light up.
No.
Perfect. Use charged Frankenstein here.
And its eyes blister and pop, and you can see its body starting to swell. And across all the sewn marks, flickers of energy start to build out of it. I need you. Actually, well, everyone in the room,
I have that.
and
Oh shit. expression.
Ithamore, Serafina, Savant, and Aaron to all make dex saves for me, please.
And just before he detonates, he says, "What do you fucking people have against Australian lizards?" Minding my own business here.
Am I within if the most? No, I'm not.
No, you can see it's the
Oh, I am.
purple. No, you're not. It's 10 feet.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's just 10.
Yep.
Which, have you added? Yeah, you did add.
Yeah, he always had it.
Yeah. So, everyone but Ithamore. You feel, well, you see it as a kind of almost like an impulse across the ground around this thing, as the electricity kind of sparks off it, and then you see a glow of
Magic band.
pulsating magic energy coming from whatever's inside this creature, and then you hear a crack of crystal as it detonates in a blast.
Oh, he put a medicite stone in this little iguana.
Is
Which,
that what they put in the fucking Dragonborn?
No, we would have sensed it.
Not necessarily.
It depends on if there's magic in it or not.
Because she just put lightning into it and it exploded in lightning.
holy! As the three of you in the room take 40 points of lightning damage,
Ow.
as I rolled 3 8s and a 7.
Is that Seraphina gone?
No, I have 2 points left.
As Ulan and Seren, you just hear behind you.
And then,
Also, I have
Is
like,
the creature gone?
The creature is scattered. The only thing you see when you turn around is just a blackened mark across the entirety of that doorway and across most of the room that you guys came from.
Well, shit. Okay.
I don't even think I can make any sounds in the amount of pain I have.
As, yeah, there's just sparks just going across the room, across their bodies at this point.
Well, you're not the one carrying it, going around in metal armor.
Thank God.
With that, Ithamore, you literally just managed to get out of the way as you saw this creature beginning to explode. And you managed to use the doorway to cover you partially, as well as your divine shielding.
I'm gonna go up the corridor to Squid Face.
Alright. As you
Come
go
on,
up to
Squidward.
Squidface, you get a better view of the room. As you can see just about
Because of course he is.
one of these mounds of what looks like just stone collapsed into one side, and it's flaking apart, and you can see that fine sand pouring out of it. And these 3 Duergar standing behind this mind flayer with hammers.
I'm gonna wail on the Mind Flayer.
As you're looking directly at it, go ahead.
Is this corridor only 5 feet wide?
Yes.
Okay.
I was bad at drawing and didn't manage to get exactly 5 feet. $25, and
For some reason, the second Voltron hasn't gone on.
oh, do it again.
Are mind flayers technically humanoid?
They are not.
There you go, 28.
28. So yeah, all 3 of them slash into it. As it's pretty soft in terms of what he's wearing, as it's just wearing this what looks like a mage robe, but has been made from various leathers instead of cloth. And you just pierce straight through it with the 2 blades for 16. Oh, whoa! There we go. There's the rest of them.
Well,
It was
that's the same
37
damage and it's still-
slashing plus 12 poison.
Yeah.
37 and 12.
Thank you.
Does the poison work normally?
You're not sure.
Okay, I was just thinking so we can make the math easier for you.
But yeah, both of them go into it, and you see this horrible blackish bluish blood coming out of its body of each slash. And it staggers, but not as much as you expect from a creature to be hit by these blades. Aaron,
Yeah.
you are sparking.
I always am.
You look fantastic.
I know, right?
The hair as well. Ooh.
You're so electrifying right now.
Okay, stop with the compliments. I'll use Preserve Life on us to give us, well, wait, where's Savant?
Where's the van? Right next to Seraphina.
10 feet from you.
I
Really,
don't see
really,
your
how
token.
would you say Aaron
Ready?
reacted to that experience? Would you say that he was shocked?
Wait, let me remove the token and put it back. There we go.
I cannot see your token. Oh, there you are.
And let me re-add you with what was it? 23?
27.
27.
Oh, you got hurt too. Damn it, guys. I'll give
He will
20
up
to
some.
Seraphina, 20 to Savant, and 20 still.
I can only get 21.
Actually, no, you didn't have 27. You were behind Saren, weren't you?
No, I wasn't
Yeah,
ahead of everyone.
27 was the previous,
Yeah, that was the previous.
before the door broke. Because that's
Oh.
when we had all the 22s.
But I was
Um,
next.
No,
Yeah.
Saren was next.
Because Saren was first in the initiative.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
had
It's
apparently 25. Huh.
We had 25, yeah. I know I was first. It's just that she did a surprise attack, remember? And I passed out, that's why I didn't.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you passed out. Right.
So you
So how
got
much?
hit by that as well, right?
Oh, max you can give is 21 to Seraphine because she has 42 hit points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give 20 to Savant and 15 to me and Seraphina.
Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice.
Ow.
Ow.
You literally half the damage I took out.
Oh, sorry. Ithamor, did you take half of the 40 points?
No, you should be saved.
Okay, sorry. I should have said because you saved, you take half. So 20.
Wait, how? Oh, what? How can I give you max of 21? Oh, right, because 42 is your max hit.
Max
Punch
of my,
pressure.
So yeah, that's your action, Aaron.
Yes, that's my everything.
What's that a spell?
That's his channel divinity.
No, where the thing exploded. So I've got a cloak that negates damage if I succeed on a save against a spell.
Technically, it's a magical effect, but it's not a spell.
Wait.
Like, it's only on spells.
Yeah.
what spell-like abilities?
I would have a +1 save, but that would not have hurt me in any way.
That only put you up to like
11. So
11. Yeah.
That, yeah.
I'm
no.
done.
Okay,
Savan, you step out.
yeah.
And you see this horrible thing that's Ithamor slashing, and behind it you can see more of these Duergar stepping out, cloaked and carrying these very dusty, or at least covered in sand, hammers.
Take this, squid face.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
I missed right.
Take this, Mrs.
Oh, let's try again with an accent search. And a grit point.
Oh, you're gonna make sure you're trying to.
Yeah, like I want to hit this one. It likes every time I go to advantage.
Because it has to roll 2 dice instead of 1 somehow. There we go.
Nicely done.
Oh, good thing as well. Oh wait, the 18 was first anyway. But yeah, 22 as literally just over Ithamor's shoulder. Goes straight between whatever face it has and its body. 20 points of damage. Nice, and I like it. Thank you. I like round numbers.
I'm gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do the second wind. I'm gonna save it for later.
All right. With that, Saren.
Okay.
I'd like to take this opportunity to offer my condolences to Ethelmore's family. He's foolishly got himself in the way of the tank, and is probably not going to survive the next few minutes.
Okay.
Can you charge them and push them all into the room, please? All of them.
Actually, yes, because I can pass through the same square as an ally.
If it's
I'm
not
really sure if
blocked.
Fillmore knows I'm coming.
Just use it on Little More too. I can save him.
Shout at him to flatten himself against the wall so I can ramming cauldron the. No.
You can move through. I don't think you can have the same space, which you would need to hit the creature.
Damn it.
It depends what attack she's doing on the creature.
The ramming cauldrons.
Technically, she could move
Does-
through then.
Are you able to take a 5-foot step? Like, are you allowed to move into the space when you shove a creature like that?
I think that's what I do when I'm shoving
Yeah.
a creature.
Alright, let's do it this way. It'll make me an acrobatics check. Because this is a very narrow corridor. And 12. Alright. You have enough movement to get yourself to a wall as Seren comes down like a train.
Shoo shoo, motherfuckers.
As even in your plate, you're like, oh, that's a 24. Actually, wait, why is that using?
Oh, sorry. I think I still had it on advantage. My bad. It's only a 20.
Only a 20. Which does hit for 12 points. Let me mark that first. Why can't I do math? There we go. And it needs to make a strength save. Which I believe should only be 15, not 16.
Yeah, it says in the text it should be 15.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's gone up because of your proficiency. That's why. That would do it. I now have to double check what his proficiency is.
Should be 4. But no, for us, I mean.
Depends on it, and we modified him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was saying for us. Like,
And he fails, so he goes flying in back into the room. 2,
and pro.
3, yeah, 2 squares. Yeah. And Zone, you
Probably
technically-
some. Or
you'll probably be there.
You're probably like the space that he was in, because you wouldn't
Yeah.
just like get up to the edge of him and then stop. You
Because you have to dash, right? So, and
Yeah.
what is your movement? Just so we can do the math.
35.
15. That is literally.
She had 35.
Oh yeah. So that-
yeah.
yeah, that's literally it.
Please take one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And as you
Yeah,
land there, you can
I
see.
will take one more just so people can get around me to get
Oh,
into the room.
you don't need to do that, but
Okay.
well, I mean you do for Ithamore, I guess, but not for me.
No, he can go.
Yeah, you don't
reach
even
now.
need to do that. Yeah, you can stay in the doorway if you want, because he could move through you to get past. I think.
Oh.
Yeah, technically.
That we can just go polar mode, and we can have like the amazing like blockading if you didn't take one more step. You can
Alright.
see what I think here.
With that, end your turn.
Yep.
He's gonna make a reaction before Ulan gets to go. He is knocked down, so he can't do too much. So instead, he's just gonna have to use a cantrip. Yeah, let's go with that. So you're the first front one. Can you make a Constitution save?
Paralyzed.
No,
Well,
that's
at
not a
least
cantrip.
it's not stunned.
16. Alright, yeah. You don't take damage as he tries to use a cantrip and takes no effect. Ulan.
So, my ability to run up vertical surfaces is just like a thing. I don't need to.
Yeah, you just run across
can just
vertical
do-
surfaces.
Okay, so I'm gonna run out into the corridor. I'm gonna jog like up the wall and just like casually hop there.
Yep.
Because it's like
You can
I
hop there.
should be able to run over Ithamore's head, no problem.
Uh,
And because of where I am, that's only 7 squares of movement.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a breath weapon in that direction.
A lightning breath weapon?
Damn straight.
Well, that's quite rude.
Well, it may be force. Let's see. D100.
Well, yes, we'll see. Yeah. So click on me, please. Oh, I'm selected on the ruler. That's why I can't click
Just
on
don't
anything.
hit the little guys, but
There are none.
As far as we know.
Yeah, we can't see any at the moment.
Yeah, you can't see in the moment.
And a D100 with
Oh, was it?
and it's
Oh, again! Damn!
that's only 9 though, but it's
Only
9
9.
to all 3 things.
Alright.
And as a bonus
Okay.
action, I'm going to contemplate the wise words that I heard recently, and I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Alright. At the end of your turn.
Uh-oh.
I totally enjoy that. Suddenly, as soon as we got to this Citadel, all breath weapons that Ulam makes now is radiant.
Yeah.
Well, force.
Oh, it's radiant.
Yeah.
Right?
Force.
Oh, it's
No, it's force damage. Yeah.
yeah, never mind. Whatever it is.
At least it's not forced.
Is that right? So it's 60, and Hernicross is 60 as well.
No.
Yeah. As it gets up. And then 4 of you, the ones that actually envision, so Ulan, Saren, Ithamor, Savant,
High five, Serafina.
make intelligence saving throws.
Is this a magic effect?
This is, it does say magically emits.
I'm gonna censor my response because this is going on YouTube.
You said enough swear words, I think you go.
No, I was gonna say like a very bad swear word. Intelligence save, you said, right?
Intelligence.
And it's not an advantage by any chance, is it?
Pretty sure it's not.
Okay.
That's
Unfortunately.
no thing.
Oh shit!
Yep.
I forgot to turn it off.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
Well,
it's still terrible.
It was actually the same.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm really glad I had advantage, so it wasn't a one at least.
Saren, Ithamor.
So I'm gonna be
Oh! There we go.
Fuck you, Listen!
And Ithamor.
I rolled.
Oh, it didn't go off yet.
Fucking about. It's a nat 20.
Was it? Was it?
Well, I'm gonna take a photo and send it on Skype.
It might pop up in a second. So I'll say for the time being, you two managed to succeed. Savant and Ulan, you two... yeah, you two are the only ones to take damage.
You know, for being very cunning, I have nothing to help Sagan in those like areas.
Only 16 points of damage.
Oh,
wow.
And you two are currently stunned.
That's reduced to half.
Reduced to half?
Because please? No, there's no reason.
Because please.
I'm
Give it a
checking.
And you two are stunned. You can make saves at the end of each of your turns.
now this is perfect.
At the end of our turn.
Yep.
That's great.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can make saves.
Wait, so what are they? They're
That-
paralyzed?
Now it came in.
There we go. Wow, that took way too long.
It came in.
Okay, so yeah, you two managed to
Just
succeed.
like Seven was last time we encountered those, it's not this time.
You are so ready to kill this thing right now. Like last time, like
Well, at least I'm not taking a walk this time.
Was that half damage to the ones who passed?
No, you just don't take any.
Okay.
You basically.
And how much did I take, sorry? 16.
16, yeah. as it's done that, the two dwarves with these hammers step forwards, and this one is going to move here. Actually, it's going to move there. This one's going to move. Yeah. No, actually, he's going to step back. Actually, Sarah, and you get an attack. Actually, both you two do. Actually, no. If one was Sarah, and you get an attack of opportunity as he steps back, and this one moves in front. 20 slashes into him with the axe as he starts to run away, and just cleave across his chest, which starts just bleeding this blue blood just down his chest. What's it? 10 points of damage? 18 points of damage. Can I math? Okay. As he starts moving away, this Durgar with the hood just steps forward with this hammer and just starts grinning. It's like,
I'll wink at him.
As their bonus action, yeah, they're going to. All three of them are going to enlarge and then bring their hammers down on.
Hammer down.
Hammer down.
No.
As these Durgar, which are kind of meaty for their size, start to just kind of pull their cloaks and hoods over and begin to just shape, and they just completely block your view from the rest of the
Are
room.
they armored?
These ones are armored, as you can see, chest plate underneath, and this maul they have in each of their hands, and they're bringing 2 on you, Saren, and 1 on you, Ulan.
Bring it on.
First one's on Saren. You're in the doorway, so they don't have advantage. Actually, why am I rolling R when I have a bottom for it?
I hate to point it out, but
Ooh.
Mulan is stunned, so
Yeah.
they have advantage.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why 2 of them are hitting me.
Alright, that's the first one. It only gets 1 attack in. The second one,
That's painful.
that's a 19. And the second one from the second one is an 18. Does an 18 hit you, Saren? I don't think it does.
No.
What is
19
your-
is my AC.
19. Alright, so you only get hit by 2 of them.
Only.
Only 2 of them.
It's fun that me and Stern have the same AC when I have my shield out.
Which are +1 together. So we form.
I
What's
have
the
a
strength?
problem.
What is your problem?
I have to figure out
So
if
you take
I
half, so 10 points of damage.
how can manage.
Is
to
that
see-
from both of them?
That's from both of them because you're still raging, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you take half. So these 2 mauls just. And with the axe and your Barkley, you managed to block off 2 of them.
Yeah.
Ulan, you get 1 of them,
But
and
it's at advantage against-
is at advantage. What am I doing? Well, you'll see. My rolls haven't been great.
Shield of Fate will protect you.
That might.
No, it will
No,
not.
in that situation, it won't.
And
Why are you?
23.
Oh, is it 2 attacks? that you
Yeah,
get?
2 attacks.
Oh yes, at advantage, so 23 hits as well. Yeah.
23 hits. Alright.
Yeah.
No, you have to be paralyzed for it to be a crit. Paralyzed? Yeah, paralyzed is crit. Stuns just advantage.
Yeah.
We can still speak, technically.
10.
Well, infiltrating.
So first one. Yeah, 6 points of damage. Second one. 9 points of damage. Wow.
So 15.
15. And you can see behind, well, more here behind, the rattling of what seems to be chains. And the grinding of rock. Not so much the cracking of rock, but more just.
Hey guys, those are 3. Maybe I felt something.
With that ends their turn. Serafina. You're up.
If I stand in the doorway opposite, basically next to the clay thing, would I be able to see Ulan from there, or do I need to move up to see Ulan?
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't be able to see Ulan. You would have to be pretty much past Ithamore. He's gone past the doorway, so yeah.
I could see him in that doorway, or
The only way you can see Ulan is if you were here.
well,
Technically, even if More can't see him right now.
oh fuck. Do I know he
What?
ran up there?
You saw him run out the door. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now I have to. I did not make a backup plan.
Actually, this would move back one more square.
And
Actually, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 30 feet.
ugh.
Guys, you need to make us some space.
I cannot see Ulan. So I'm gonna the ones that hit 7. They would take some. Perhaps. I do. They need to take some snowballs to the face.
Oh, really?
Yes, they do. Why?
Why?
Because yeah.
That thing that the Elysiad used, was that a spell?
It was a magical effect. What? Ooh, that's a fail. And that's one success. Okay, so one of them's going to take 4.
And is that what has me stunned?
Yes.
Would you say that I'm charmed?
No. It specifically says stunned,
So it's
unfortunately.
like specifically for charm, okay. Because
If you're thinking of your monk thing?
I'm never sure. Yeah, I'm never
Yeah.
sure whether it means like the effect charmed or like. you
It's
have
the
a
status. Yeah, the status charmed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It used to be different in Citadel.
That might be. So they take snow damage. One's going to take 4 damage. I'm going to say it was probably the top one and then side one. So top one takes the full 14 points.
And of course, make sure that Saren is not caught in this.
Of course. And that one takes 7.
Thank you,
so
darling.
Maybe she wants
Although
it.
I have advantage on dexterity, and if I save, I would take no damage.
Well-
Because gotta love being a shield master. But that's okay. I appreciate the spell shaping.
With that ends your turn. Ithamore. There's just this wall of Durga in the way.
I'm going to step forward, and then I'm going to misty step all the way to the other side of the Mind Flayer.
Oh, sneaky.
And as I pop out, I'm going to attack, and I'm going to say, "Where do you think you're going?" I'm in the mood for some calamari.
The sad thing is, didn't understand any of that. But both of those attacks slam into it.
Third level to smite.
Ooh,
Don't smite someone.
do that dirty. I believe is 5d8. If it's at 3rd level. Yeah. 1. Ooh. With the first slash, just kind of nick him as he kind of steps back, and then as you follow him, and Saren and Ulan, you just see this blinding light just illuminate the room. Ithamore, you see him get cleaved in twain. with just
Awesome.
blinding light and just seared straight down the center and just
Splatter.
sizzling
Divine calamari.
of
So
just horrible
Calamari fra diavolo. Even better.
of just horrible black and blue smoke just pouring off of him as he's just sizzling us off the ground.
Was this vision so magnificent that Ulan's mind is clear? Because it's dead now, so...
No. It doesn't actually have anything to do with concentration.
It's no concentration.
You're just affected. But with that,
I've still got some movement left.
You do?
So I'm just going to move back behind the Jogar.
Yes. Flanking.
We basically have fried brains.
do it. One attack.
No, don't you still have your offhand?
He used a spell, doesn't that?
Yeah, easy spell. Never mind.
Ah.
Aaron.
Yes. I will use action to dash
Alright.
and get here. And as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Ola.
Yeah. Reach around the corner and tap him. Actually, you don't have to tap him, do you? It's a range. So,
This is my new favourite spell of Aaron's.
Sanctuary.
Just
It's a
the
good
leave
spell.
Ulan alone spell.
It's like, don't touch him.
Please
So then,
punch Saren instead.
make a check.
Please, because she actually enjoys it.
Wow.
Minor detail. Just
They eventually realize they just don't do anything to you, though. Savant, make your check.
Yeah,
Intelligence again.
it's loading up. Always when I roll with advantage, it's like, nah, I don't want to work right now.
Ooh, there we go. 15. You managed to break out of it. Just... That ends your turn. Saren, however, it is now the start of your turn.
awesome. Okay, so I will take one regular attack on this guy
Oh, yes.
because I don't have flanking on him.
No.
So that would be that.
21. That hits. As, yeah, he's pretty straightforward to hit and just go straight through the armor. Like, armor's armor, but
Right.
your axe is, it's an axe. And 18 points damage. Nice.
That axe though.
And for your second attack?
With advantage on the guy in front of me because Ithamore is behind him.
Yes, he is.
That's a crit.
That's a crit. 30. For 21. Oh.
Oh well.
Should have used your shortchest.
It should have actually. But 21 points of damage on him though. Oof. Math. There we go. Sweet. Alright. Ulan. Make a check. Intelligence.
Intelligence check.
Beat at
Is it-
15.
do you mean a check or a save?
Save, sorry. Save. I keep on getting...
Right, it's on normal. Beat at 15, you say? Nope.
like 10 higher and you're good.
Yeah. I have
As...
+0 intelligence.
That probably
This-
doesn't help.
This will take some time.
Or Aaron uses a spell.
Well, Saren was stuck forever, so.
Yeah.
As Ulan had come around,
I
the
knew
one that
that
was on
was
Ulan
something.
is actually going to split off and go on Ithamore. The two are going to carry on smacking. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot to add enlarged damage. Saren, just mark an extra
Take
3
more.
from the last time. Sorry about that.
But alright.
Quite alright.
Same for me as well.
Yes, technically as well. You only took one attack, right? Or 2 attacks? 2 attacks.
I got hit by 2 attacks. So.
Alright, so let me just roll it again. Oh, okay. So 5.
Okay.
So yeah, they're gonna go again on you, Saren.
Half is,
You don't have half.
my robes.
Nice try. So first one's, I think 24 hits you, Sarah.
Yep.
That's another one.
That does not hit.
That's why most of us is rolling net 20s.
That
I'm
doesn't
taking the net once.
And 24.
That hits.
So 2 hits again.
Why are they both attacking Sarah?
Baron.
Why not? She's the one with the giant axe.
Yeah.
Oh, you slashed that one. 14's not going to be able to clip that one. As you kind of reach. Actually, where are you? Oh, you're hitting that one. As he's in the back, yeah. So 2 of them are going to hit you. I'll roll them both together again. Plus 3, 6.
And the enlarged damage too.
And enlarge, thank you. I'll throw that in now as well. 25, halved, let's say 13. Alright. Ithamore. You're... is he smart enough to flank you?
No.
Yes.
Well, because his boss is dead on the floor too.
Yeah, he's not going to step on the board. Yeah.
How
actually,
much is care about the boss?
so, he's just going to do...
No, but
Two
he
attacks.
doesn't probably want to step in that and slide all over.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
and-
kind of smoking currently as well.
Guys, we confirmed that elephants are
Yeah, I was literally just thinking that.
Yep.
Like, the
I was like,
only
oh, look,
reason that I'm
elephants
okay right
are
now
fun.
is that, yeah.
I did say when we saw the 11 first, let's just take his head and run away.
Kind of hate being right.
Ithamore, you take 13 points. Actually, no.
Is this where we go home? Or go back and say, hey, look!
17 points of damage.
Yeah. we'll just drop the Elithid head in the like the Duragar stronghold place back with the emergence, and we'll just be like, okay, we found out what we need to know. Bye, enjoy like recapturing your home. If you feel like it, we're off.
I am supposed to help us too, so.
You know what we need? We
That's...
we get to take 4% for
Seraphina, if you
We
would.
need this ascended stone with an image spell on.
Yeah, exactly.
With minor illusion and stuff.
I can still not see. Ooh,
It
No.
would be a really good magic item.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because I can move through the spaces of creatures that's larger than me
Mm-hmm.
without any trouble. But I would end up in Ulan's space if I try to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Would
And
I?
you can't stay in the same space as a creature of
No, I
the same
know.
size.
But can
So you'll
I
pop out on the other side.
please
Could you
past
climb
him?
up on my back?
Oh,
Mm.
yeah.
Because I give her a piggyback all the time. So could she just like move through Aaron and just scramble up on my back?
Oh, right, that's... Can I go diagonally from Aaron to Ulan?
Yeah, the diagonal is always a thing you can do.
Yeah, because then I actually can't move past.
And be one square behind him then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If I dare to. Do I dare to?
I don't know. What is your plan?
You'll be in reach of that Duragar though.
Yeah, that's the problem. But I cannot see you where I am.
Don't worry.
It's fine.
Do the
No,
thing you're
it's
gonna
not.
do.
I've got 21 AC and Sanctuary on me right now.
Yeah, no,
And they
if
are
I...
not attacking me at all. Because they're
Cannot-
more interested in attacking Cereman, so don't
Well, if I
Like-
make AoEs, you will fail them, depending on which one automatically, so...
well
Just don't do AoEs.
make the AoE a bit further back or spell shape it.
Oh, wait. Can I? If I move here and use Burning Hands, I technically can aim it.
Yeah, you can aim it straight
Like-
forwards inside. Yeah,
Yeah, and then.
yeah.
Okay.
And it's a 20-foot cone.
13, I think.
13 or 15?
If
I thought Burning
15.
Hands was 15, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was 15. So yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Normal spell level.
You give Aaron a toasty backdraft.
I do.
You're not going to do it at high level?
Wow.
Okay, you're just doing it at first level.
Deal with that move.
Alright. So they just need to dex save. That's a solid 12.
Oh,
Yeah,
But
you
they
could have
have
done.
advantage.
They do, sorry. So I
But it
do.
doesn't matter. Oh, well, maybe that's.
Yeah, I'll do that as the first one. And the second one. Solid 9 and a 20. Okay, so one's going to take half, which is 5. The other one's going to take 11. So do it again. Same thing, top side. He takes total. And the other one takes half, which is 5. Alright. Just a gout of flame.
What?
Oops.
Warming up Aaron from behind and Saren.
Warming up Arnold from behind. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ithamore. Make it happen. All 3 swings connect. Are you hitting the one fighting you?
One's flanked.
Oh, the one that's flanked. Right.
Because I've got that one where I've got attacking one that I've attacked.
Alright. Yeah, all 3 of those hit. For 10, 10, and he takes half.
So 27 and 1 poison, basically.
Yeah, 27 to 28. Here's one. Which is that one. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. But those just cuts into his back, which his armor is in shreds at this point. He just kind of just drops in front of you, Sarah, and just it's just like you can see kind of just a poke of a blade.
A big joke.
That's all for your attacks. Aaron,
Yeah.
what you doing?
Diagonally next to Wolvan and cast resistance on him. And next time.
Alright, right up.
What does that do?
A
Tick.
D4 on a saving throw.
Oh, yeah, that helps.
Is that the end?
Yep, you actually can do things now, Sarah. You
Yeah.
can... Yeah, you can see him.
Yeah, sure. I'm hitting you with a
You hit him. You have advantage.
Wow.
Well, it would be so funny if that hadn't beat my AC.
But look at the
Ah.
they're putting a miniature cloud on you.
There's another crossbow shot just... This crossbow just doesn't like you. Like, all the way back from the Tig. It just doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Saren.
Okay. So I'll take both attacks regular, because there's no flanking on the one to my left. And I will, on the first one, I will burn a charge of the
axe.
damage.
Go for it. And the first one.
Yep.
Ooh. 15 doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit? Okay. And I will burn it again on the second one, so I will burn 2 charges.
18. That hits. So roll another D12. 2.
Is it a 1 or is it just a 1 or a 2? No, it's a 2 on damage for me. Hold on.
Are you talking about great
1
weapon?
or 2 on damage. I can reroll
Yeah.
that.
Good use.
Or
Wow! Wow! It's a total of 17. Yep, okay. Yeah, that ends your turn.
that's all I've got.
As just cut again straight into his chest. He's bleeding pretty profusely at this point, but there's just like strain across his face from all his just tension of his muscles. And he doesn't seem to care too much at this point.
You're
Elan,
going to die down here.
you're going to die down here. Elan, make that save.
So, in the interest of dramatic tension, I'm gonna roll the resistance dice first. Yep,
Oh,
that's
dear.
what I expected.
Nice.
Solid.
Solid.
It's an intelligence
Save.
Okay, so I've got to beat at 15, right?
Yep.
Right, I'm just gonna quickly go get myself a drink.
Wow.
And then I'll be back in. I'm not.
Wow. Wow.
No.
That's your total from last round. Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
have to go backwards.
Thanks for the resistance. That really made the difference.
I was gonna say use the hero dice, but no, it's gotta do literally
No, that's still not enough.
It's gonna
Jack.
do Jack.
Yeah.
It's fine. To be fair, I have in the last like 3 hours of in-game time, I have like killed most of the things. So
Your rolls are like a roller coaster.
Like a roller coaster.
the frustrating thing is that
Oh god.
we had that big dramatic moment like ages and ages and ages ago where Ulan got charmed and shot Serafina. He has never been charmed in that way since, even though he can prevent that from happening to himself.
That's right.
But
Just
he keeps getting charmed in intelligence phase now.
just go fight some demons. I'll give you that if you want.
I just also think it's funny, every time we get charmed by Crown of Madness, we have nearly always killed our ally right next to us.
Ithamor, you hear the one right next to you call down the corridor ahead of you in that undercommon guttural sound again. Just
Darren, what you doing?
as you hear that kind of almost slippery sound as another one of the clay monsters comes down the
Oh.
corridor
Hi.
and immediately goes for you, Ithamor. Literally just rolling itself onto you. Make a strength or dex save. As 18, yeah. You managed to get it off you. You can move away from it, but choose. It's trying to hug you. Choose a direction you want to move out of it. Push this to one. To back. There we go. So you kind of just step on its body. Actually, that's the point. That's shrunk. Yeah. Whoop. It still has more movement actually, so it's gonna follow you another step and slam you twice. Yeah, it's gonna do that first. It has
Can he move just a smidge closer?
no.
Oh, damn it.
Ooh, that's a dot. Don't want a dot. Wow!
Ow.
I've got my crits back, boys.
Oh.
20 and a 27. I think both those hit. I couldn't hear that, Owen.
AC 20.
AC 20.
Oh, okay, so both hit. So, ow. First one is the crit, which is doubled. What's the modifier? I think it's. I have to look at my golems up again. I forgot about this one.
Those other things in the room might change, right?
Yes, from what you can see as you walk in, Aaron, you can see there's these heavy black chains that are attached to them, holding them down, and you can see most of these are actually cracked open. So from the crit, 32 points of damage. That's a hit. The second one, which is not the crit, is it's a nice average 14 points of damage. Still standing.
Yeah.
This one comes around and is actually going to flank you now that Golem is trying to oppress you.
Oh my god, the golem is trying to oppress him.
Help, I'm being oppressed.
The other one is still going on you, Saren, to try and do something to you.
Yeah, come on, sweetheart. Try it again. It's okay. Lift the hammer.
You give it a lip.
Another one.
Lift, babe.
Ooh. And second attack from him. There we go. There's a hit. It's a mediocre hit of a measly 4 points of damage to you.
With enlarged.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. 1.
So 5 points of damage.
So 5 points, yeah. Ithamore, however, you're getting slammed in the back by the mace with advantage. That was almost another 20, but unfortunately that's going to miss. And second swing is another 1, but it's a 25. For a minor 9 plus d4. There we go. Oh. Oh, you're... Alright then. With that final club, slams into Ithamore's back and kind of just slides into the clay and then just hits the floor. That's all for their attacks. Serafina, you're up.
If I stand in the doorway, can I see Ulan?
Yes, you definitely can. As I said, the doorway you can.
Okay.
And then you can see the rest of the room.
Doorway. And basically where Ulan is standing, I'm gonna cast... Where's my spell? Where's my spell? Where's my spell?
Let me guess, fireball?
No.
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 Not fun. Oh, lovely. Acid. Oh.
Oh! That's a good damage too. Yeah, because it doesn't hit elementals from there.
That's interesting. Alright. So you protect everyone, which I think you can do. Yeah, 4 of you, 5 of you. Oh, literally just enough because it's 1 plus the spell level. So literally enough. They all have to make dex save. So I'll do the Durgars first. They have no modifier. They have advantage though, and they fail. The other one also fails. The golem also fails. Alright, so the two take... He hasn't actually taken any damage, so he takes 34 points of acid damage. The other one, though, that Sarah and you were about to fight, just gets covered in his face, just... And you just see, like, skin just melting off his face. And he just starts seeing, like, bone underneath, and he just...
It's like the scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
The golem...
Also, as a note, at the end of their turns, they take more damage.
Cool. The golem absorbs it.
Oh my, if he's gonna spit it out back at us, Seraphine, I'm gonna banish you.
Funny you say that.
He also takes secondary damage, so that's gonna be fun.
As you see, he actually swells up slightly, and you see his kind of blob-like hands actually swell up as well.
I will just very slowly just turn to Seraphina, very, very slowly.
The other one, though, doesn't look pretty good either, as he's just like, you can see it's gone through the cloak and through most of the armor as well. Ithamore, though, it is your turn, so death save. Nice. 1 success. Aaron.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, let me open. It'd be healing time.
It'd be heroes never die.
Wait, healers never die?
Well, healers never die either. Like, they just heal themselves. OP. Adventurers never die.
Ooh.
Ithamore.
And that is plus 2 more.
Alright.
Not plus the 2 more, but plus 2 additional hit points.
There we go. So 34 points of hit points to Ithamore.
Yes, and I heal myself for 2 plus spell level, which is 6.
Very nice.
Nice. Alright. Ithamore, you feel consciousness rise back into you. Savant, you have a chance.
I do.
Next we know there's somebody from behind coming, and you take the blow. I should not have said that.
Could I see him from here?
From where you are, you can see the golem, yes.
No, if I were to run up.
You, with your sniper, you might be able to see him. And that's technically the wall. You would have to be behind Serafina.
Well, I can't only move here.
Oh, then no, you can't see him. You would have to dash.
No kill stealing for you.
Really?
Yeah. That's the... Technically, the wall should be...
There's
If
a
Serafina moves her tongue, you'll see that there's a
little bit of doorway there.
Yeah,
Plus Saren and
Never mind
Milan are
then.
still in the way.
You can see Ithamore, like, on the floor, but you just can't see what he's fighting. Yeah. So you could either move in and then throw something, because the bonus... Actually, can't do that because it's an action attack. But yeah. Saren. Oh.
Okay.
I'm just gonna dash up.
Alright, you can move up. There.
I'll go there.
Alright.
That will give me flanking. And
You can see it's like swelling, and you can see some of that acid is kind of like dripping from the
Yeah.
inside. Not looking great. $25 hits though, for 16 points of damage, and you take those as well. 5 points of acid.
no save, just
Straight acid. As you cut into it and you see acid just sprays out of the cut you made
That's
into
fine.
its acid and just...
I wonder where he
That's
got
okay.
acid from.
Second attack?
Yeah, okay.
Do it. Oh, that was going to be a 1. But 19 does hit though. As you cut into it again for another 19 points of damage. And let me just roll. For another 1 point of damage.
That's all I've got.
Alright, sweet. Elan.
Actually, sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
are you sorry?
I forgot. I'm fighting I'm using a bladed weapon. I can focus die and attack a third time.
Yeah? It's just normal though.
Okay, in which case
It's the same number.
Yeah.
For another 20 points of damage. And
Well used focus die.
that's a pretty well used focus die, yeah. And another 8 points of acid damage. You've taken more from Serafina than from the creatures. Yeah. Do it. Do it, Milan. Get a 15.
Nope.
We're going higher. Let's see if we can get a 10 next time.
So freaking roll 20, man.
I know, right?
Slap him.
I thought you were going to use your own die. You were thinking about it with the crits, and now...
Yeah, I did start using my own die for a bit, and then I gave another thing. So it's just,
with... Ah.
I feel like something that I rolled earlier didn't have the proficiency added in, right?
Yeah. It was told to
My
go...
proficiency is 4 now.
Yes. But you don't have the proficiency in the save, so.
No.
Oh no, not in that one. No.
Nice.
I think there was something earlier on where I only added 3, and I got confused about why.
So it's number 17 to the dwarf.
It's kind of some explosive damage.
That's pretty good damage, and magically the golem begins to swell even more.
Yeah, no, I know.
Serafina!
And Saren, looking at it, it seems to actually of not taking much from your attacks.
Acid heals him. He's a hippie.
As you look at it, you're like, huh. As it turns, it's still facing Ithamore, and the Duragar instead points towards. Ithamore actually hasn't moved yet, so it's going to tell him to point at Aaron, who's been literally glowing with divine light.
But that's every day.
Yeah, and
Next time, Mimster, don't create acid elementals.
as a note, Ithamore, you're going to get basically swallowed because you're on the ground to make Dex or Strength save again. I don't think you need to at a disadvantage. Oh! You don't give a damn! You just like shove and roll out the way. So you just get spat out once again. Oop. None of you got grappled by this thing. That's impressive.
Can I grab the swords I drop as I roll up the way? So I don't get sucked up?
That's a good point. You did wake up before though, so you can grab them.
Yeah.
Also, a nat 20.
Plus, that was a nat 20.
That was a nat 20 as well. Aaron, however, you're gonna get clubbered.
Come at me, bro.
From the golem is a 27.
Okay, I cannot let me roll that one.
The second one from the golem is a 21.
I cannot do it. Wait, no, I can use luck on the second one. Look, I'm using luck.
You're gonna make him re-roll that?
Yes.
Alright.
If
Reroll
I
that
could-
21.
If I could just take this opportunity to chime in and offer some advice, really. Shield of Fate as a bonus action.
I don't have bonus action. I don't have spells slots, man.
So 19, that
I do.
still hits, I think.
It's... Yes.
That's your AC, right?
No, 18 is my 18.
Oh, 18 is your AC. Oh, okay. So both of these are gonna hit here. I'll just roll them both up. You are prone, so
I have disadvantage. It doesn't mean I can't.
yeah,
Attack.
you can do it though. Yeah. Oh wait, these are covered in acid as well.
Thanks, Bimsa.
So 37 plus from each of the acid attacks.
I'm just gonna retire.
Just retire. Each one is only a D8 extra.
Oh, only.
Only a two. Oops. Why is it double? Okay. So from those two, an extra 7 acid.
I have exactly 0 hit.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Well,
Okay, you slash into that. 20. Ithamore,
I don't have any.
you do take another 2 acid damage. But you do slash into it for 12 points. Nice.
Is Sanctuary a concentration, or is it just
Yep.
a system?
Yeah.
It's a concentration. Oh, then yeah, that's dropped. The Duragar just sees you just drop to the ground and just like sees Ithamore that's just rolled up, and it's gonna go back onto you. Isn't gonna go into flanking, but does bring its maul back onto you again.
Does that golem thing swallow up things when he attacks them?
When he moves over him.
Okay.
So 22. Actually, it's advantage because you're prone still technically. 22. Pretty sure that hits.
Yeah.
And second swing. 17 doesn't hit.
Does Aaron got potion on him?
Well, potion of Dragon breath, sure.
You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'll get him a minty cold breath before he dies.
He
I'll play with the minty breath.
He is next to. He's adjacent to Ulan, and I'm sure Ulan. Well, Ulan's got the bag, and we have potions there.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
No,
we gave them all out.
out.
We did it them out.
Yeah.
And
Aaron specifically said, yeah. He
I
said,
have one here.
I'm the healer, I don't need potions.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, I cannot use them on me anyway.
Yeah. That ends their turn. Serafina. You see the monster you've created.
Yeah. And I am quickly shouting, no more acid, it seems to heal it. Or it seems to strengthen it. Something of that nature.
It does seem to have shrunk in size at this point, though. After the cuts, and it's striking Aaron.
Yeah, I am
Gonna.
move over here. So, someone haven't.
You are gonna go here.
Oh.
If you don't want to move, don't move. I can get past you.
One less square, you won't provoke the tackle opportunity.
What?
One square, if you
One
move
less
closer.
square isn't getting a tackle opportunity. You're still in.
I realized this was a bad idea, but I
You
didn't.
can't stop and just hide behind Ulan.
Yeah,
I have a question about Elon actually.
Yeah.
If he's stunned, is he still muttering under his breath?
Yes, because you can still speak.
I think you can still speak, right? Yeah. So
Yeah,
you're
it's wandering
It's just
practice.
like drunk and mumbling. Of course. Valuable contributions to this battle.
My contribution. Why am I a better leader?
Shit.
All in Draconic, though.
Right.
Yeah,
Of course.
damn it, I hate that spell now.
I'll knock this down.
Firebolt travels around corners, so I cannot prevent from it. And I technically also do it next to the door, so it can't get in there.
If you need to hit me, hit me.
No,
Hit me.
no, that's a famous style.
Please don't hit me.
You
Anyway,
Serafina?
already hit me a couple
Come on.
times.
What are you doing?
It's fine.
Fuck you people. I'm gonna.
Wow.
Can I do that?
I don't know. What is that?
Oh god. That is called counting. Holy shit.
Would you
Elaborate.
inform us? Elaborate?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I hate this place.
Wow.
And I can actually avoid the elementals.
You're just going to just.
Yep.
Alright then. They have to make con saves. Which they do have. Actually got huge bonuses too. Durgo?
They're just the two of them.
That's a success. The golden. That was a +4. Oh, that was almost a 20. He succeeds as well. So both are going to take half, which is 16.
Terrible.
Oh, wow. Actually, no, that's okay.
Nice. I think we're generally running out of spell stats, kinda.
He
good.
takes. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we
I still have
completed a
plenty of
mission,
keyboards.
technically,
With that, actually, you.
if you win.
As he's in direct line, the Durga, even though he kind of covers his face, his entire arm just.
Yeah. He gets a potion stat too. Awesome.
Oh my god. If
Wait, how does that work? It does because he died. Does he shrink inside of its frozen husk?
His form is frozen, so he stays as a large creature.
Great, I'm glad you threw more to me.
No, I think he shrinks inside, but he's inside an ice sculpture of Durgar.
Yeah,
No, his entire body freezes.
Yeah, his entire he.
So he is now.
He gets covered by ice. It's frozen from the inside out.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's
it's just.
So he's basically one of the ice sculptures you kind of carved out.
Awesome.
And that ends your turn.
Yes, it does.
Ithamore.
I'm gonna move a bit.
And get up.
And then I'm gonna go full in on it.
Alright. These are just normal attacks.
Yeah, better than the other guy's attack. I can't literally do nothing.
We're gonna have to wait to see them pop up.
No. I can literally do nothing.
Oh.
You can do very little.
Well, Savant's done literally the same.
Well,
His arrows didn't hit.
Yeah.
Actually, one arrow hit the other first.
At least he was able to attempt to hit.
These aren't at advantage.
Oh, that is an extra 68.
Well,
force damage.
Serafina is
Well,
standing there with
they
his
are-
staff.
That's still a crit though. And that's still the front one as well. So it doesn't matter.
Well, the thing is, Serafina is still threatening with her staff.
The first one actually misses. The
Oh my
crit, however, is going to be a lot of damage, so it doesn't matter either way. So roll that 68.
Come on, 68.
As it like lifts its arm up from Aaron and starts turning around, just for 21, 45 points of
57,
damage.
50, well, yeah, 57 basically.
57 points of damage. The acid is just negated from it. But how much was that? 57.
Yep. Not counting the poison.
57 points of damage.
Note to self, Fortune is super effective against clay golems.
Is it still standing?
It is literally just standing. As you just see, you've split it in half, but one half is still kind of moving, and you notice that sand is actually pouring from inside it.
I'm doing a first level to smite.
You did. You should have said before you asked if it's dead.
and you used your bonus action to.
No, he's talking about just doing smite, divine smite.
Isn't that a bonus action?
Nope.
No.
There is special smites still,
Oh.
not this. Not normal smites.
Play the paladin.
Sure. Actually, technically, you can smite the last one after seeing the effect of the crit. So yes, you can roll smite damage as well on the longsword offhand. As you stab into the final part of it, that's kind of still moving. Oh, as a note, you still take acid damage. I forgot about that. Oh, good old number 2. For another 8 points. And the second attack, another 7 points of acid. So you take an extra 9 points of acid damage. And what's that, an extra 8 points of divine damage, which brings it to dead status. As it finally, with just not so much of a groan, but more of a anguished scream, it collapses, almost covering Aaron.
Oh, and
Just kind of laying in an oozy mound of clay and sand. And that ends combat. Ulan, you can do one more.
I'm going to give Aaron a potion.
Okay. Roll up.
God,
Wow.
Yay!
Wow. You witness combat, and from combat you restore your own
can anyone
yourself.
remember what the healing, normal healing
2d4
potion
plus
is?
2.
2d4 plus, yeah.
Yeah, it's like sitting in the position where, oh, I can do literally nothing.
9 points.
Sucks.
2, not 4. God.
Yeah.
So,
7.
7.
What's math? And as you
Cannot
guys
read when you're using it back.
regain yourselves, you look around and you can see these not so much constructs but actual senses of elements themselves being restrained down and looks to be literally mind upon. We'll end there, pick up next week.